Hey everyone, can you just let me know if I'm audible? And we can get started after that. Just check if I'm audible. Where am I? Am I audible? We can get started after that. I think yes, we are audible. Amazing, perfect. So everyone, what's up? Long time. I'm waiting for everyone to join in. Let's wait for everyone to join in, and then we can definitely get started. So okay, we have six watching. Six watching. Come on. Oh, I think we will get that higher in number. Let's wait. Hello, hello, Nitin. मैं बालों में जेल लगाया नहीं अभी जस्ट नहा के आया just had a shower বাংলায় কিছু বলো কি বলবো বলো কি বলবো anyways so the topic that we are going to do today is LeetCode Biweekly 62 solutions. I'll be coding them live and I'll also be explaining them, so it's not like that I'll just be coding, I'll also be explaining them. So yeah, that's what we are going to do. So for everyone new out here, let me just quickly introduce you myself. My name is Raj. Not sure Raja किसने लिख दिया, but हाँ ठीक है कोई नहीं. चलेगा जोर में से. My name is Raj Vikramaditya. I'm known as Trevor in the programming community. I'm a competent programmer. Currently I'm working as a software engineer where I don't know. And I'm a candidate master at Code Forces, a 6-star at Code Chef. I've been teaching from the past couple of years, and I also run a YouTube channel which has around 1 lakh plus subscribers. The subjects that I primarily take are competitive programming, data structure algorithms, C++, interview preparation, and everything related to that. So you can use my coupon code Striver, where that is for Relevel, in order to get a free sample test paper. Okay, so abhi a lot of times a lot of candidates do tend to miss out on a lot of opportunities. It might be due to poor connections on LinkedIn, or it might be due to your resume is not standing out among the recruiters because there's a lot of resumes that are filled in, or probably there is like you're just keeping on applying, you're not getting a call because you don't have a degree, or probably due to your college name not being famous. So this is where something like Relevel comes in, which is India's first test hiring platform, which is by Unacademy. Now what over here, you don't need a degree, you don't need anything. If you have skills, you have your you can apply for all the jobs. Now how many companies are there? There are over 50 plus companies, which does include India's top startups like urban clap, Uber, sorry, not Uber, 1mg, Yellow Messenger, and there's other companies like Codenation hai, and I think Upgrad bhi hai, Grow bhi hai. There's a lot of other companies. So across I think 1,000 plus job openings hai, across 3 profiles, which is business development, front end development, and back end development. So you can attend this test, and if you want a free sample paper, तब इनके website पे जाके you can use the link in the description, and you can use the coupon code Striver to get a free sample test paper. Now once you give the test, you will get a Relevel score by which you can apply to all companies that are present on their particular platform. Okay, and you will be hired under 15 days. So ये सारे हैं 4 plus LPA, 6 plus LPA, 6 plus LPA starting. It can range to 10, 15, 25 and so on. And yeah, these are the things. You can book a slot whenever you wish to. There's nothing like you have to give a test on so and so date. It's according to your availability. And yeah, ये सब कर लेना. Sample paper चाहिए तो coupon code use कर लेना. Striver, you'll get a sample paper and then you can give the mock test. And yes, what are you waiting for? The link is in the description. Go check out. And yes, शुरू करते हैं अब अपना solving. So we will be solving today LeetCode. I'll just open up LeetCode. I'm not sure if this is visible to you. Let me just make this properly visible to you. Okay, bookmarks है, bookmarks को छुपा देते हैं. थोड़ा सा लेफ्ट राइट में आएगा क्या? I think this looks okay to me. Yes. Let's go to contest. Perfect. We will be doing something as bi-weekly 62, then we will be doing 63 tomorrow. Okay. So here's the first problem for the day. So yeah, I'll highly recommend you to go through this problem, and then we can definitely start solving this. Okay, okay. So can you please just quickly, no, I'll start from first. For last, you can come across at 11 o'clock or 11:50. For the last question, you can come across 11 o'clock. I generally tend to build the stream. Build करने दो, फिर देख सकते हैं. Okay, convert a 1D array to 2D array. So let me know once you have understood the question. You can go through the question, and once the question is clear, you can tell me you have understood it, and then I can definitely explain you the question. So once you have understood the question, please let me know. Weekly, चलो गुंजन, तुम्हारा रिक्वेस्ट ले लेते हैं. Let's do all the weeklies. So I'm announcing this over here as of now. Sunday होता है ना weekly. Like if I just check out, let me announce this right here. For everyone watching out here, for everyone who is watching out here, this weeklies are at 8 o'clock on Sunday. So every Sunday you give your weekly 10 o'clock at night. That will be कोई नाम रख देंगे Sundays with Striver or something like this. Every Sunday after weekly, right after the morning hours, in the night hours, that is at 10 o'clock, we will be solving every weekly from now onwards जब तक मैं इधर पढ़ा रहा हूँ. Perfect? चलेगा? I'll solve all the questions that are being asked. Okay, Sunday 10 o'clock, that is my announcement. Till I'm teaching on this channel, we are done. ठीक है? Perfect, चलेगा? चलो. So make sure you share this across. कोई भी weekly वगैरह करता है तो I'm gonna solve it every Sunday 10 o'clock. ठीक है? Okay, let's take this question. Convert a 1D array into a 2D array. Now, what is this question stating? The question is stating you'll be given something like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the 1D array, and you need to convert this into a 2 cross 2 matrix. So there will be like 1, 2, 3, 4, and you have to return this 2 cross 2 matrix. Okay, and or an empty array if it is impossible. Like if you cannot convert it, you can return an empty array. Okay, so something like this, it's okay. Now something this like is not possible because 1, 2 is given, and over here the size is 1 cross 1, so that's practically not possible. Thereby you return an empty array. And something over here is 1 cross 2, yes, so that's also practically not possible because there is only single element. So these couple of cases is not possible. Thereby they returned an empty one. And over here I think that's okay. So can you tell me how will you do this? Can you tell me how will you do this? Tell me how will you do this? Any ideas? कैसे करोगे? कोई आइडिया कैसे करोगे? Divide modulo, yeah. One of the ways can be one of the easiest ways to solve this problem is now I know one thing for sure. If m into n is not equal to, okay, let's code it in C++. Like one of the easiest ways to solve this is if m into n is not equal to original dot size, then you can just return, let's return an empty one. So just return an empty one. So answer, and you can return that empty array because that means this is for impossible case. Okay, and the easier one is I equal to 0. You know, there will be these many elements. That's the easier one, like the extreme brute force. Then we'll be talking about the division property. Then you can be like, let's keep a vector of vector int and this is column, so you can say a column dot push back. You can keep it as original of, you can keep an index int plus plus, and probably you can just mark an index as int index equal to 0, and then you can say, hey answer, can you please store the column, and then you can return the answer. So I mean, if you do understand this absolute brute force, and if you do understand this absolute brute force, and if you do understand this absolute brute force, like this is wrong क्यों हो गया भाई, गलत लिख दिया क्या मैंने? Original index 0 pushback column vector int m, अच्छा m क्रॉस है ना क्या? उल्टा 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 उल्टा, अच्छा उल्टा. Yeah, so that's the absolute brute force. Is the absolute brute force, is the absolute brute force clear? This is the absolute brute force where you say, okay, this is given, the original is given to me, and what I'll do is I'll just go across everyone. एक सेकंड रुको, मैं इसको पहले बड़ा कर दूं. हाँ अब सही है. So though, I hope you have understood the absolute brute force. That's very simple enough. What I'm saying is, hey listen, ये मेरा एक सेकंड पेंसिल नहीं चल रहा है. n स्क्वायर, n स्क्वायर तो ऐसे भी लॉजिक तो n स्क्वायर ही है, पेंसिल क्यों नहीं चल रहा है यार? Just give me a moment. What has happened? Why is my pencil not running today? एक सेकंड दो. Software update is required to connect to my iPad. नहीं नहीं चाहिए software update. I think there's a problem with the pencil. आज पेंसिल नहीं चल रहा है. ना बड़ा पोपट हो गया. कोई नहीं, सह लेंगे कुछ तिकड़म निकाल लेते हैं. इसे रुको, मैं देख रहा हूँ अगर पेंसिल चल जाए तो. नहीं वो कुछ सॉफ्टवेयर अपडेट मांग रहा है. अरे यार ऐसे नहीं होना चाहिए ना, ये तो गलत चीज़ है. इसे रुको, मैं ऐसे देख रहा हूँ ऐसे चल रहा है कि नहीं. रुको, मुझे लग रहा है थोड़ा सा कुछ इसमें प्रॉब्लम है. मेरा पेंसिल में प्रॉब्लम हो गया क्या? एक सेकंड दो. Pencil is not connected. Okay, let me connect my pencil once. राइटिंग पैड ले आएंगे अगर पेंसिल नहीं चला तो. डोंट वरी, we have all backups ready. Yeah, I've connected the pencil now. Should work now. Yeah, backups आ रहे हैं. Don't worry, I have all the backups, bro. Yeah, bro, it works now. Cool. So just a minute. Let me adjust this once. Okay, so let me just say क्या था ये basically कुछ ऐसा था. ठीक है, there's something like this where you are being asked ki, okay, so these are the numbers like 1 2 3 7 8 9 10, something like this. So what I kept was, I kept a pointer of index. I took this, I put it here. 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 This is the absolute brute force that I did. This is the absolute brute force that I did. So ये brute force समझ में आया क्या? Did you understand this absolute brute force that I did? I just created every column and I took that column, put it into the answer. Is the brute force clear? Is the brute force clear to everyone? Is the brute force clear to everyone? Brute force clear है ना सबको? Because then I'll tell you the normal, the simple one, the next simple solution. Brute force clear है ना? हाँ ठीक है. So I expect everyone to be cleared of brute force. That's very simple. सबको समझ में आ जाना चाहिए brute force. Okay, so what's the optimal solution that you should do? Now generically remember, if I'm converting a 2D, yes, generically remember, if I write this is a 3 cross it or 4 cross it, नहीं 4 cross it हो गया क्या? this is a 3 crossed 4. Okay, there's a 3 crossed 4 2D matrix. So ideally this is 0 0 1 2 3 1 2, and this one in 1D, this one in 1D is 1, sorry, is 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. That's how you generically write it, right? So what they are saying is, hey listen, I'll be giving you a 1D. Okay, I will be giving you a 1D, and if this is 7, this is 1, this is 2, you take this 7 and you put it over here, you take this 1, you put it over here. So how do you get these numbers? How do you get these numbers? Can anyone tell me the formula? How do you get these numbers? Can anyone tell me the formula? How do you get these numbers? Anyone? Anyone with a formula on how do you get these numbers? Anyone with a formula? It's very simple. See, it starts from 0 1 2 3. Something to observe: this row had 4 elements. This row had 4 elements. So 0 4 8. So every column started with multiple of 4. Every column started with multiple of 4. So can I say if I'm saying 0 1 2 3 4, so can I say if I'm looking for ये 4 का बंदा किस रो का पार्ट है, किस रो का पार्ट है, so can I do this? Whatever is the index, can I say index by, can I say index by, दिख रहा है क्या? बस एक सेकंड रुको, हाँ दिख रहा है. Can I say index by the number of column will tell you which row it is part of. Can I say this? This will make sure which row it is part of. If you're dividing by column, you will get to know which row it is part of. Correct? So assume you had like 6th index. So if you divide 6 by 4, you will get to know this is a part of the first row. This is a part of first row. Now on which column? So you just need to do 6 modulo 4. 6 modulo 4 will tell you this is a part of the second column. First row, second column. Okay, so the formula is very simple. If you do index by columns, this is the row, and if you do index modulo column, this is the the column number. This is the row number, and this is the column number. Make sense to everyone? Make sense to everyone? How do you figure out the index number and row number to which they belong? Simple one, because every column contains of column elements. So column. So by column will give you which row it belongs, and the remaining, that is 6. So if the starting is 4 or if the starting is 8, so if you just do a modulo, you will get to know which column. Clear? So the other way that you can write this as well is, I will do one thing. I'll just make sure that, okay, I'm not going to do this. Instead of that, I will just traverse. Yes, I'll just traverse on the normal stuff, that is across the original array. Yes, or you can just traverse normally int I equal to 0, I lesser than original dot size, and then you can do I plus plus. And what you can do is, okay, hey listen, I have an answer. So what I can do is, I will say this guy, probably like you can just declare it something else, or like I'm a very firm believer मैं ऐसा कुछ declare कर लेता हूँ. Like I don't want to again just waste time having like unsensible logic. Sorry, m cross vector of int n cross 0. So I've just declared this. So basically you can say answer of I divided by column, which is n. By the way, over here column और वो अलग है. So n equal to original of I. Okay, and this you can, by the way, इसको resize कर दोगे, मुझे पता नहीं, मतलब I don't remember the STL to resize. Like you can just resize this to this portion, this will work. So yeah, this is what is ready to me, and then I can return the answer, and this should work. The simple one, except run कर दो, चल गया, सबमिट मार दो, चल जाएगा. एंड नेक्स्ट सवाल, ठीक है, समझ में आ गया? यस आयुष, सर्च मैट्रिक्स पे वी डिड दिस. We use the same formula, right? So this is just to teach you how to convert from a 1D to 2D and from a 2D to 1D. Okay. Move to the next question. Very simple, da. Comparatively, it is very simple. I'll move to the next one. Everyone's clear? I'll just keep the solution. Both, you can do both. You can do both. Just to teach you something. For empty, just return. Okay, let's return this. I think this. I'm not sure if ऐसे लेता है कि नहीं. देख लेते हैं. I'm not sure if this works or not, but देख लेते हैं. Okay, yeah, works fine. Yeah, works fine. Cool. Cool. So shall I move to the next? Shall I move to the next? Everyone. बता दो यार. बता दो तो मैं फिर नेक्स्ट में जाऊं. Yes. Everyone's yes. लिख दो भाई. Okay, I'll move to the next now. थोड़ा सा लेट है. There's a chat delay. Can't help. There's a chat delay. This question I liked. So I'll urge you to read the question. Please read the question. Here's the question. Please read it. पढ़ लो. 1 मिनट में शुरू करते हैं. अरे कॉन्टेस्ट चल रहा है क्या अभी? कोई कॉन्टेस्ट है क्या? Is there any contest that is going live? Someone wrote there's a contest that is going live. Which one? अच्छा, कोड शेफ ने अपना यूआई चेंज कर दिया. हालात बदल दिया इसने तो. क्या कॉन्टेस्ट चल रहा है भाई अभी? लंच टाइम चला रहा है क्या? Lunch time, huh? 5 minutes left. I think after that we will have a lot of audience over here. Anyways, a number of pairs of strings with concatenation. So tell me how have you understood the question? Can you write a UQ if you have? I'll be glad if you can write a UQ. Yeah, just a UQ will do. Brute will not pass. Brute will not pass. Generate all pairs. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't solve code chef nowadays. It takes a lot of other like थोड़ा ज़्यादा effort लग जाता है यार code chef वगैरह करने में. तो उतना टाइम नहीं रहता ना. These things I hardly take like I मैं कोड भी नहीं करता. If you look at the problems, I haven't even submitted it. I just code it like for code chef you have to take time, right? Because we are out of practice nowadays. That's why I have shifted to placement preparation. खुद का भी placement preparation हो जाएगा ना. अभी interviews भी देना है तो खुद का भी preparation हो जाएगा तो इसीलिए. I understood the question, right? So what's the brute force that you can do? I think the brute force is quite simple. Like if I ask you the brute force, generically you should always, like if this question is asked in an interview, you should always say, because this question might be asked in an interview, so you should always say this is what I am thinking. Like I'll just go across this and then I can just do for int j equal to I plus 1 and then j lesser than n, then j plus plus. Then you can do string of x equal to nums of I plus nums of j, and you can say if x is equal to target, you can do a counter plus plus, and then you can return the count. How many of you agree that this can be a possible solution? How many of you agree like this cannot be a solution, but yeah, this is the brute force. So yeah, that your expected answer is 4. Why? Oh. It stated that. Okay, not a issue. Okay, so okay, yeah. So how many of you think this can be a possible answer? Yeah, submit हो गया. What the hell? It's an n-square solution getting accepted. I Ram, मैं क्या करूँ? क्या करूँ? There's an n cube solution. Can you tell me the complexity for this? Can you tell me the complexity for this? Can you tell me the complexity for this? तो शायद शायद पूरा नहीं एक्सेप्ट हुआ होगा. ओ भाई साहब, the bleed code has died, man. What is this? What is this? So can you tell me what's the complexity for this? अरे ये एक्सेप्ट कैसे हो गया भाई? नहीं खुशी नहीं, मतलब ये क्या चल रहा है? I can tell you what's the complexity for this. I don't think it's an n square. This is not an n square. This is where people go wrong. Remember this: if you're comparing couple of two strings, this is not a big of one operation. This isn't a big of one operation. Whenever you take one string and you compare, okay, so like if I just do this comparison of strings, complexity, like if I just do this, like this is okay. So please remember this. It's an n cube solution that I've written. Please remember this. A linear scan, whenever you compare couple of strings, it's a linear scan that you always do. So generically, I'm not like, this is what I've read. This is what I've read. So just make sure that like this is an n cube solution generically. Constraints काफी कम है इसलिए पास हो गया, but yeah, this is not the perfect solution. So n cube is something which is definitely not accepted. Accepted over here, not in the interview. So this is the first solution that you will tell, because you have been asked. The question was very straightforward. You have to figure out the number of pairs of I comma j such that nums of I plus nums of j will get on equal to target, and we did not find that because nums of I plus nums of j, we did that, but it's an n cube, n square here and an n cube. So can you tell me a better solution? Yeah, max length of the string. Can you tell me a better solution? Can you tell me a better solution? Anyone with a better solution? Any other better solution? Can someone give me a better solution? Now, do you remember the two pair question? Like pair wala sum question yaad hai kya? Do you remember the question which had a two pair, two sum? N cube kaise jaya? Because this is a line which takes a big O of length of the string. Okay. This if takes big O of length of the string, because whenever you compare two strings, it tends to take the time equal to length of the string. Okay. Map plus iterate over target. Yes, that's what we're going to do. So if you remember the two pointer, yes, if you remember the 2-pointer solution, like two pair, two sum rather. So what we always did was, let's assume we had a target of 8. Let's assume we had a target of 8, and this was 1, this was 2, this was 3, this was 1, this was 5, this was 6, and we had a target of 8. So what we did was, we basically, if we had two, we checked, yes, we checked if there exists the other half to form 8, and the other half was 8 minus 2. That is something which we checked. If you remember well, that is something we checked. We checked 2 plus the other half, correct? Now the other half will be 6. If 6 exists, you said that okay, this 2 and this 6 is a pair. Similarly, when you had 3, you checked for the other half, that is 5. So 5 exists, so that's a pair. That is how you checked in two sum. So we're gonna implement the same logic over here. This problem was a SD sheet part. SD sheet pe ye tha. This problem was a part of SD sheet. So if you have done this problem, I think this is an easy one. So can you tell me how will you do this? Can you tell me how will you do this? Like let me just take the examples. Let me take one of the examples so that I get a possible. Okay, 7 को ले लेते हैं. 7 7 7 7. By the way, these are strings, so you cannot store them as numbers. Just be careful about that. And the target is 7 7 7 7. Okay, perfect. So this is something which is given to me. Yes, this is something which is Okay, this is something which is given to me. Use a map. Yes. So what I'll say is, hey, listen. I know one thing for sure. This guy target. We need something like we need a string which is equivalent to some front part. Let's call it some prefix. We want a prefix from the front, and we want something that's afterwards. Let's call it suffix. So can I say for two strings, string I and string j, I need I to be a prefix, I need j to be a suffix. For an example, if I take this guy is a prefix plus this guy is a suffix, and both of them add up to give you double 7. Now in this double 7, this portion is this guy, and this guy is from the back. Do you agree to this? Do you agree to this? This guy is from the back. Agree करते हो क्या? Agree करते हो? Do you agree? Does everyone agree? Does everyone agree with this? Does everyone agree? But the problem number ये है जो लोग अभी join किए हैं, I'm assuming काफी लोग LeetCode से हैं. So this is the problem. Number of pairs of strings. It's a LeetCode biweekly. Right? One of the solutions. So one thing for sure. You need a prefix and you need a suffix. Correct? So if I can judge what is the prefix, yes, if I can judge कौन से index पे prefix है, कितने 777s है, do I need to store 777s? Logically think, do I need a map of 777? Or can I say there are 3 characters that are matching? It matches till the third index. Like 3 characters are matching. So shall I store 777 saying 1, or shall I store something like first 3 characters are matching? What do you think will be a better one to store? What do you think? Logically tell me. No, 077 is not like that, might be a valid, but I'm just saying which one will be a better thing. Will you store a string or will you store indexes? Just think and tell me what will be a better one. Because if you store string, the time complexity will be more, and I don't want that. I want something which is better, right? So tell me, how will you do this? कैसे करोगे? बताओ फटाफट. Yes. So everyone has got this, right? So what I will do is I will take something like 777 and the 7 and 777 and 77. Okay, and I will have a target. Yes, I will have a target equal to this. And what I will do is I'll create a prefix. And I will create a suffix map. And I know there can be 0, there can be 1, there can be 2, and there can be 3, because this is 0, 1, 2, 3, and I can be like 0, 1, 2, and 3. This is what I'll do. Remember, this is what I'll do. I'll not do anything silly. I'll just keep on this. Okay. Now tell me one thing. If you're over here, you take this guy 777. You take this guy 777 and you say ये 777 इसके साथ कितना सामने से मैच करता है? बताइए कितना सामने से मैच करता है? 3. This is where you say this matches till here. So there's one guy that matches till 2. There's one guy that matches till 2. And similarly, I repeat, similarly, you can also say that this 777 matches from back as well. This 777 matches from back as well. So it matches from back till here. This matches from back till here. Do you agree? This matches from back till here. Do you agree? Yes. So before updating, just make sure what is this. This is 777. So it means up till here. So from back, if this guy had someone, can you say they can form pairs? Can you say they can form pairs? Can you say you can form pairs? Sort नहीं करना है, n log n आ जाएगा, n log n. Sort नहीं करते हैं, sort नहीं करेंगे क्योंकि ये numbers नहीं है. These are not numbers, these are strings. So can I say if 777 means till here, I need someone till here. Which is not the case. Thereby I add a +0, and after that I say prefix till here and suffix till here. Why? because this 777 prefix is still here and from suffix it is still here. So I've marked them in the prefix as well as the suffix. Correct? क्योंकि 777 को क्या चाहिए था? 777 को सफिक्स से एक चाहिए था, बट सफिक्स में जीरो था तो उसने जीरो ऐड किया. नहीं था ना सफिक्स में, so A added zero. Let's move across. थोड़ा आगे बढ़ते ही you'll get to understand. Now we move to 7. We move to 7. 7 says मैं prefix हूं. 7 says I am a prefix. I need someone from the suffix. I repeat, I need someone from the suffix who is giving me 777. Who is giving me 777? Do you have? Do you have? Yes, you do have. Yes, you do have. How do you have? ये तो रहा. ये बंदा है ना? ये बंदा है ना? है कि नहीं? ये बंदा तो था पहले. तो 7 और 777 मिल जाएंगे. आया समझ? Have you understood this? Have you understood this? For this 7, you know it was still here. So you needed someone from the back. And this guy said, by whom hai? I am there. I am there. So you say 1 for here. You say 1 for here. Next. Can I say? ये 7 अगर मैं पीछे से लूं, पीछे से, तो आगे से कितने चाहिए? How much do I need from front? How much do I need from front? 3. And ये बंदा बोलेगा अरे भाई मैं तो हूं. तो ये 7 आगे से भी ले सकता है. It can take from back as well. It can take from the front as well as from the back. So if it takes from the back, I'll be like, okay, it can take here. And this is symbolized by this one. This one is symbolizing ki, okay, this one is symbolizing that I can still take from front. This one is symbolizing I can still take from back. So I got to know that there can be two guys, which makes sense because this 777 plus 7 will give you 47 and 7 plus 777 will also give you 47. Make sense, everyone? Make sense, everyone? Has everyone understood? इस 7 को पीछे से कोई चाहिए था, यहां से पता चल गया. इस 7 को आगे से कोई चाहिए था, यहां से पता चल गया. Got it? Everyone got this? Everyone got this? Has everyone got this? So that I move ahead. I equal to J वो नहीं आएगा शो में इस पे, क्योंकि आई एम नॉट अपडेटिंग प्रीफिक्स शो में. I'll update afterwards. Now before moving I need to update this. तो मैं बोलता हूं सामने से एक बराबर, पीछे से एक बराबर. Got it? When I move, before moving here, I say this is a prefix, so mark it, and this can be a suffix, so mark it. So I've again marked that. Okay. Next, you move to this guy, 777. Now 777, don't mark, guys, don't mark. Before marking, check. What does 777 require? It requires another 777 from back. It requires another 777 from back. Do you agree? 777 पीछे से चाहिए back. Agree करते हो कि नहीं? 777 पीछे से चाहिए. So when I look at from the back, is there a 777? No. So this 7 does till now does not have anyone. Okay, let's keep it at suffix. If I have it at suffix, then आगे से दो बंदे चाहिए. आगे से I need. This is something which I need. So do we have that? No. So this guy as of now, अरे यार आज ही सारा प्रॉब्लम इनको होना है. एक सेकंड रुको, चार्ज क्यों नहीं हो रहा है? नॉट चार्जिंग हदी है. एक सेकंड रुक जाओ. चार्ज भी हो रहा है, चार्ज अभी भी नहीं हुआ है। एक सेकंड रुक जाओ, बहुत पंगे होते हैं यार ये मैकबुक। वैसे भी ये मैकबुक जाने तो वाला है, थोड़ा दिन ही है मेरे पास और ये, उसके बाद अपन गरीब है, मैं गरीब हूँ। कुछ आईपैड चार्ज करके रखूँ। अब सही है, अब सही है। विल हैव क्विक टाइम प्लेयर, क्विक टाइम प्लेयर आ जाओ, मूवी रिकॉर्डिंग आ जाओ, आईपैड हाँ आ गया। आई थिंक वी आर नाउ गुड टू गो। इसको मैं छोटा कर देता हूँ। ऊपर ले जाओ। आई थिंक इट्स ओके ना, उसके बाद ओके। Okay, now it's okay. So over here I had a 777, right? So now we will be moving ahead. Before moving, we say that hey, listen, this is two prefix. So prefix से दो मिलता है, prefix से दो मिलता है तो इधर कर ले, और suffix से भी दो मिलता है तो इधर कर ले. So I have done this. Now next time when I move to 777, okay. Next time when I move to 777, let's see what happens. The moment I move to the 777, I need two after that. So मुझे पता है पीछे से दो चाहिए, अरे ये बोलता है हाँ भाई है ना, पीछे से एक बंदा है दो वाला, तो एक ऐड कर दिया ना. दिस गाय कैन बी अ सफिक्स, दिस गाय कैन बी अ सफिक्स. सो आगे से दो चाहिए है ना, तो और एक कर दे. So you got four. Did you understand how do you do this? उसके बाद गूगल से आएगा, उसके बाद गूगल से ले लेना. उसमें क्या भैया भाई मैं जा ही नहीं रहा कहीं अभी. आई एम टेकिंग अ ब्रेक, आई एम प्रिपेयरिंग, एज आई सेड आई एम प्रिपेयरिंग विथ यू. लेट्स सी, जहां भी जाएंगे बताएंगे, जरूर बताएंगे. Okay, so did you understand this? Just a quick question, did you understand this? Everyone, how did you get the intuition? It was very simple. Because the intuition, what if they accept I equal to j? If there is a case of I equal to j, then make sure you have to update. First, then you have to find. पहले update कर लेना, फिर find करना. If there is a case of I equal to j. If there is a case of I equal to j, then you have to do this. I think you don't need intuition for this. It's a very simple one. This was a follow-up problem for this two sum. So if you have done two sum, it's quite simple. Instead of hashing strings, I just hashed prefixes. Instead of hashing strings, I hashed prefixes. That is what I did. Nothing else. So has everyone understood this? We hashed prefix. And suffix. Has everyone understood this? Can I just get a US if you have? Can I get a US? मैं फिर बता देता हूँ अगर नहीं है. अगर आगे फटाफट बताओ so that I can move to code. Yes. US understood the solution. US means understood the solution. Only one people with understood the solution. Okay. That's amazing. Which question? I think it looks like a lot of people have joined late. Okay, not an issue. This is the problem. Once more, Rajiv. Okay, मैं कोड कर लेता हूँ फिर बता देता हूँ, ठीक है. Let me code this, then I'll tell you. मुझे एक ब्लूटूथ माउस लेना है. Is there like ऐसा कोई माउस है क्या जो मतलब बिना USB के चलता है? मतलब USB मुझे इसमें कनेक्ट करना पड़ता है. सोच के बताना, कोई देना मेरे को लिंक अगर होगा तो, ठीक है. So what I will keep is, I will say int prefix of n, int suffix of n. Okay, probably I'll keep vectors so that I can directly initialize them. Prefix of n comma 0, like suffix n comma 0. Okay, So what I can say is, भैया you left Amazon. भाई ने कोई बताओ यार, वो मैं I left Amazon before कितने साल हो गए? I think it has been 15 months I've left Amazon. किस दुनिया में जी रहे हो भाई? So what do you just need to find out? Like, can you tell me what do you need to do? What's the first step that you will do? Can you tell me? रात को नशे करके. What's the first step that you will do? Can anyone tell me? What's the first thing that you will do? Now, first thing that you have to understand is you have to find prefix index. How many index is it getting compared? So I'll write a function compare, and I can write something like आगे का compare करना है, so I'll write int start point. I'm not sure if there's a function that already exists. So if there exists, please let me know. So this is the string that I have to compare with target. I have to compare from the starting. Like this is starting index, so 0, comma, and I have to do a plus plus. So I'll give a +1. Okay. Int suffix index. Still, how much does it have? Okay, so compare. I'm not sure if there's an STL function or not. Nums I target 0. Now this is something which I wanted to explain you. Like I'll explain you over here one very critical thing. It's very important that you understand this in both the terms. -1. Now I want to write a single comparison function. Okay, so I'll probably write int compare किस index तक बराबर है, till which index it is equivalent. We're gonna do that. So I'm gonna say string x or s, string target, and int start. This is the starting index, and I know one thing for sure, that the increment is something like inc. Okay. Now I know the index can be anything, like it can be weird. Can I write single functions together? I don't think this is practically possible. I think you have to write compare 1 compare 2. like सोचूंगा तो शायद लिख सकता हूँ, बट अभी दिमाग में नहीं आ रहा है, तो रहने देते हैं. अभी रहने देते हैं, दिमाग में आ भी नहीं रहा. तो अभी अपन क्या करते हैं, for int I equal to 0, I lesser than n, and target dot size. If this is matching, it's very important that it matches, and there might be a case where the s dot size is exceeding the target size. Okay, if that's the case, by any means, if that's the case, then you can say that, hey listen, I'm going to return a -1. Okay, that means it is not matching. And let's match this. So target of I is equal to forget about the string. Target of I is equal to s of I, then it's okay. We can just continue, or else we can return the previous index till which it matched. And if we come across over here, we can return target size -1. I think that should be okay. That's how we can write this function, where we say these many are matching. I think that makes sense. Let me see if I'm correct. Target of I, s of I, yeah, makes sense. This is compare 1, and similarly you can write a compare 2 also. Compare 2 will be s of target. If that's the case, you have to just start from target size -1, and you have to just go on in the opposite direction, and this will be I minus. You're doing a continue, and this is I +1, and yes, this is I +1. Yeah, that's correct. Target size +1. No, not target size. अगर पूरा आ गए हो तो पूरा तक ही मैच कर लिया तो 0. That makes sense. So I will be like, if prefix of index is not equal to -1, then there can be a suffix. Yes, then there can be a suffix, and I need to count those suffix. So int count equal to 0. So how many suffixes will be there if I just logically think how many suffixes can be there? If I just give it a logical thought, अच्छा कोई comment. If I give a logical thought, counter plus equal to will be कितने suffix है, suffix कितने के होंगे. अगर मेरे पास prefix इतने हैं तो मुझे suffix कितने का चाहिए, एक ज़्यादा, तो prefix index का एक ज़्यादा, जो कि है नहीं. परफेक्ट. whatever is the count, we'll just simply take it. Okay, so just for safety reasons, we can just keep it like this. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. Can we have something like, do we need ing? What if we have a empty string? We can also have an empty string, right? Okay, it has been clearly stated that it will start from 1. I'll be like 2. Okay, so something I'm very much sure that if the nums of I is equal to target dot size, then this will not work, because we can never have it. So if that's the case, that's a case that we have to handle as well. If it's equal to target dot size, then we don't need it, then it's okay. ठीक है, ये भी ठीक है, 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 ये वाला चीज भी आ जाएगा। अगर ये नम्स ऑफ आई टारगेट साइज के बराबर है, तो भाई तू क्या कर रहा है इधर, तू कर क्या रहा है इधर, करेक्ट। सफिक्स का भी सेम लिख देते हैं, इफ सफिक्स ऑफ इंडेक्स is not equal to n, that means not equal to target dot size, rather there's too much uses of target dot size. I will prefer you that you use some variable for that. Counter plus equal to, you need prefix, right? You need prefix. prefix से क्या चाहिए? prefix से चाहिए मुझे एक छोटा, तो एक छोटा से ले ले भाई, तू है क्या कोई। अब एक बार ये हो गया, अपन को प्लस आउट करना है, it should not be -1, so that means it should be matching. That means prefix of prefix index should be plus equal to 1, and similarly suffix of suffix index, like it should be matching, plus equal to 1. I think that should be fine, and you can return the count. I think it should be working. Yeah, very bad code. I usually don't write. अरे मेरा माउस नहीं चल रहा यार, mouse is not running, but yeah, it's compile error. Oh bhai sahab, your answer 0. Oh goodness, why is my answer 0? Okay, anyways वैसे नहीं, आंसर क्यों 0 है वो देख लेते हैं फटाफट। तो जनरली हाउ आई debug is, I generally debug like this. I am a very big fan of debugging like this. मैं प्रीफिक्स इंडेक्स प्रिंट करके देख लेता हूँ मैचिंग सही हो रहा है कि नहीं। और मैचिंग, पहले ये बंदा 2 से मैच हुआ, सही है, फिर ये बंदा 0 से मैच हुआ, सही है, तो फिर ये आगे 1 का खोजेगा, सही 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 जा रहा हो। बस सफिक्स इंडेक्स को भी प्रिंट करके देख लेते हैं। Okay, so it says this is matching till 4. Oh, yeah, this is the problem. We should have matched पीछे से match होगा। I'm extremely sorry, it should have been from back. That's my bad, my bad, my bad, my bad. Should have been from back. Matching till here, and yeah, back 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 back. Ho 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 ho. I think we're still over here. I think we are having an issue. पूरा मैच होना चाहिए, आधा मैच होने से नहीं होगा। It should be completely matching, otherwise there's a problem. It should be completely matching, otherwise there's a problem. So if it is completely matching, it should be s dot size -1, and it should be -1 if it's not matching. And similarly over here, it should be like you can just return a -1 if it's not matching. And if you're starting from back, this will be target. Oh yeah, this will be I, and this will be back minus minus, and yeah, return of, it should be matching till target के कौन से इंडेक्स तक मैच हुआ है ये मुझे चाहिए। ओ कितना कंफ्यूजिंग है, रुको एक सेकंड रुको, मैं कंफ्यूज हो गया। s डॉट साइज टारगेट से मैच करेगा, कितना तक मैच हुआ, s डॉट साइज तक मैच हो गया, तो ये पूरा i+1 ले लेगा, इतना तक मैच हो जाएगा। एंड इसमें पीछे से मैच होगा, मुझे पीछे से मिलेगा नंबर, तो s डॉट साइज हो जाएगा। Yes, I'll get from back, so it will be correct. Yeah, I think now it's correct. Target of I, s dot size, target, we just go from back, एंड दिस इज पीछे से मैच करो तो ये वाला सही है। एस डॉट साइड से आया, पीछे से आया, पीछे से आया, पूरा मैच नहीं किया। अगर ये पूरा मैच कर गया तो अपन लोग बोलेंगे कि भाई इतने एलिमेंट्स मैच हो गए हैं। अगर इतने एलिमेंट्स मैच हो गए, अगर एक एलिमेंट भी मैच होता है तो n-1 आता है। तो अपन लोग यहाँ पे आएंगे, सफिक्स ऑफ इंडेक्स आएगा मेरा टारगेट डॉट साइज माइनस, या परफेक्ट। So just quickly running this code so that we can have a okay, answer is correct. Let's have a submit. ओ भाई साहब, अरे कोई इसका है क्या 1 2 3 for last executed aborting, क्या हो गया भाई इसको? Is there a function like there must be an STL? मुझे कोड करने का मन नहीं हो रहा है वैसे. Is there an STL to compare? STL to compare how many substring, how many prefix or suffix match in C++? There must be an STL. बड़ा कोड कौन लिखेगा? No, prefix and suffix है क्या? Yes, there is. There is a function. Yeah. Prefix. Anyways, खुद ही लिखते हैं ये वाला ऐसे. ये तो नहीं होना चाहिए मेरे को. इसे रन टाइम एरर क्यों आया? Buffer flow address 1234 123. Okay, let's take this example and let's do a custom test case. Let's run this code. Let's prefix it. हो 2 आया, एक ये सही तो है, 2 तो है, बट इज गिविंग इट ही बफर फ्लो ऑन एड्रेस. ये क्या आ गया भाई? What has come over here? std out botting भाई क्या सब आ जाते हैं. Okay, let's see, not an issue, let's see. पक्का कुछ इशू होगा. Oh, compile. Yeah, finished. Expected answer -1 because 1 2 3 -1 आया एंड 1 2 3 पीछे से नहीं था तो फिर ठीक है. सही चल रहा है. 4 आगे से नहीं था, पीछे से था. तो जब पीछे से बंदा था तो बंदे ने क्या बोला कि भाई मैं तो पूरा पीछे से हूँ, 4 माइनस कर दे. तो 4 माइनस कर देगा तो टारगेट डॉट साइज से माइनस होगा ना बोला. चार का दिक्कत है बस. जब 4 आ रहा है, 4 पीछे से मैच कर रहा है तो 0 1 2 3 होना चाहिए. नहीं 3 ले आते हैं. टारगेट साइज माइनस सफिक्स इंडेक्स, ये कितना प्रिंट हो रहा है? मैं पीछे से करता हूँ तो कितने 1 आना चाहिए इधर से. एक मैच हो गया ना, मैच हो गया तो स्टॉट सही से आना चाहिए. आएगा ये. Yeah, should work now. Wrong answer. Okay, let's check it out. इधर क्या गलती हो गया भाई? So -1. Let's not have a custom test case. Let's run your code. system. Let's run this. Okay, so we have 2 here. That's good. So 2 1 सही है, क्योंकि सामने से 2 मैच कर रहे हैं, उसको 1 चाहिए था पीछे से। सही है। ये वाला क्या बोल रहा है कि 0 मैच कर रहा है भाई, पीछे से कोई 3 है क्या? 3 नहीं, सामने से तो 1 चाहिए उसको। तीन चाहिए, 7 अगर है तो हाँ क्या 3 है। 0 1 2 3 सही है, सही 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 है। 0 1 0 2 क्या लुक्स परफेक्ट। यहाँ पे फॉल्स क्यों, 6 क्यों आ गया ये बंदा कितना बोल रहा है? ये बोल रहा है कि मैं 1 तक मिलता हूँ, तो भाई 2 पे कोई है? ये भी बोलता है कि 1 तक मिल रहा है, क्या 2 पे कोई है? नहीं, ये बोलता है कि 2 से मिल रहा है। 0 1 2 सही तो है यार। हाँ गलती, चेंजेस कहाँ हो गया? हो यहाँ पे प्लस हो जा रहा है, which is wrong. I should do it afterwards. Okay, perfect. Okay, absolutely sorry for shitty code. I don't remember the STL, otherwise I would have used the STL. I absolutely do not remember the STLs. अरे यार रन टाइम क्यों आ रहा है यार? इसको STL पता है क्या यार वैसे? Does anyone know the STL? I think there's a compare function which will help me ease out. And there's a compare function. Yeah, बेकारी मैं दिमाग लड़ा रहा हूँ यार। Yeah, here's the compare function. सबस्ट्रिंग कंपेयर करता है, साइज बता दे, साइज पोजीशन ऑफ द फर्स्ट कैरेक्टर, ठीक है, पहले पोजीशन बता दे, लेंथ सेम एज वेल। बहुत हो गया। अगर मैं सबस्ट्रिंग बता दूँ तो फिर अगर मैं कंपेयर लिखता हूँ, डॉट कंपेयर, पूरा मिटाओ। This is getting confusing, so let's do one thing. Let's keep prefix equal to t dot compare. So ये क्या बोलता है कि भाई तू पहले पहला वाला ले ले, चलो कोई नहीं, स्टार्टिंग से कंपेयर करेंगे। फिर क्या बोल रहा है, कहाँ तो कंपेयर करेगा, ठीक है, कहाँ तक कंपेयर करना है मेरे को, लेंथ और str इसके साथ करना। तो मुझे कंपेयर करना है nums I डॉट साइज तक, एंड किसके साथ कंपेयर करना है, nums I को। This should be perfect. Yeah, I think this is perfect. Just to start off with, so if this comparison function returns what will this return? If they compare equal, okay, then they return a 0. Okay, so if this is getting compared, so कह सकता हूँ मैं कि if this is getting compared, तो ये तो रिटर्न कर देगा। सेम मैं सफिक्स के साथ भी कर सकता हूँ, सफिक्स के साथ t डॉट कंपेयर, पीछे से भी कुछ तो होगा ही, पीछे से कुछ तो होगा, कुछ तो होगा, कुछ तो होगा, पीछे से पोजीशन, पीछे 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 स्ट्रिंग, या ये वाला पीछे से कर लेंगे कंपेयर। साइज विल बी नम्स, अगर मैं नम्स पीछे से कर रहा हूँ तो पीछे से कर लेते हैं, विच इज़ स्टार्ट कंपेयरिंग दैट फ्रॉम टारगेट डॉट साइज के पीछे से बोले तो नम्स आई डॉट साइज से शुरू करेंगे, एंड यहाँ से अपन बोलेंगे भाई सुन, तो यहाँ से शुरू हो रहा है, तो नम्स डॉट आई डॉट साइज पे जा, कॉमा तू नम्स डॉट आई को ले जा, अगर बराबर हो गया तो तू भी बराबर है, तो मेरा सफिक्स भी हो गया। Cool. So now I know count will be if the prefix is there, if I have a prefix, if the prefix is true, which is the case, or there can be other case where the suffix is true. So by the way guys, just wanted to tell you, if you are writing prefix, Java में तो नहीं पता, if you write this, so this basically says कि क्या 0 से लेके ये वाला चीज, 0 से लेके nums I तक नम्स आई और टी मैच करते हैं कि नहीं, तो वो प्रीफिक्स हो गया। एंड दिस विल बी इस इंडेक्स से लेके क्या नम्स आई तक नम्स आई मैच करता है कि नहीं, सो वो सफिक्स हो जाएगा। सो इफ प्रीफिक्स इज मैचिंग यू जस्ट रिक्वायर्ड टू टेक काउंट प्लस सफिक्स का लेना पड़ेगा। सो सफिक्स ऑफ नम्स आई जहां तक मैच कर रहा है उसके आगे वाले इंडेक्स तक चाहिए मुझे, तो ले लेंगे वो। एंड इफ सफिक्स इज मैचिंग then I require the previous one, prefix of till how much is it matching, till here, correct? So target dot size minus nums I dot size is till where it is matching, -1 you take it. And once you've taken this, you just need to take prefix nums I dot size because it's matching till one index lesser, so plus plus. This should be like ये। अब तो चल जाना चाहिए, अब नहीं चला तो मैं नहीं पता, मुझे नहीं पता। कंपाइलेशन एरर टी डॉट कंपेयर टारगेट होगा, सॉरी। When the DP series is coming, या it's coming on, एक सेकंड बताता हूँ, इसको मैं पहले कर लूँ तो मेरा दिमाग का दही हो जाता है। every day we solve a problem, we always face such a problem, isn't it? हर दिन का ही है आजकल तो। every day we solve LeetCode, एक क्वेश्चन होगा जो हम लोग का दिमाग खाएगा हर दिन है। Oh, shit man, sometimes compilers take these things and sometimes they do not take these things. Shit man, take care। अब तो चल जा, अब क्या दिक्कत है यार इसको। अब नहीं चला तो भाड़ में जा। अरे subscripted value is not a array, fuck what it is saying, subscripted value is not an array, is not an array pointer vector, just a minute, what the hell is this saying? ओह ये बोल क्या रहा है भाई, तो दिक्कत क्या है मेरे से, सही तो है नम्स ऑफ आई सही, इसको क्या दिक्कत है, सफिक्स ये था। अच्छा ये मेन दिक्कत है यार, तब से we have actually declared a prefix which has to be of length target dot size, like that was the this, why is this giving an, any idea why is this giving an error? Should not give ideally. Hey, anyone has any idea why is this giving an error? The suffix and prefix are integer variables. किस्मत ही खराब चलो, मेरा दिमाग का दही हो गया आज तो। Terminate called after throwing last executed input. 111. It's giving a wrong answer for this particular. Let's check this out. Why is this giving a wrong answer? 74. So okay, 74. जावा नहीं आता भाई. नहीं, it's not. It's an easy problem. It's an easy problem. I think I'm not using an STL and जब मैं पढ़ा भी रहा हूँ तो मेरा दिमाग पढ़ाने में भी था. It's an easy problem. Problem tough नहीं है. Problem tough नहीं है. It's because of silly mistakes that we are doing. Anyway, let's check this out. Why is this giving a wrong over here? 174. They're saying expected is 4. We are giving them output as 5. Let's check it out. So if you have 74, I think this is not possible because इस पे तो 0 आएगा. Perfect. Let's see counter कहाँ पे बढ़ रहा है. So what I'll do is I'll put a counter equal to plus so that we get an idea counter कहाँ बढ़ रहा है. ठीक है. I get an idea counter कहाँ बढ़ा है. Judging. Okay, counters increased over here once, which is again valid because for 1 it will get 1 and 74. That's valid. Then counter increased 1 for here 67. No, did not increase, so it's okay. Then for here it increased 2 times, and this is where we went wrong. 1 plus 74 होना चाहिए था, and यहाँ पे 2 बार बढ़ गया, तो इधर गलती हुई है. This is where we have gone wrong, and if to correct why is that gone wrong over there, because over here if you have a 1, it ideally should not increase, correct? So again, this is only if this is true, otherwise no. Again, this is only if suffix of ind is true, otherwise no. 151 watching, तो इज्जत का फालूदा हो गया. कोई नहीं, it takes guts to do इज्जत का फालूदा always. चल गया. Yeah. Silly mistake ही था. It's because of so much of debugging we did silly mistakes. But yeah, it was good. Was it fun debugging? Was it fun debugging by the way? मैं solution छाप भी सकता था. I could have prepared the solution and copied also. But I think live streams जब कर रहे हो तो गलती करो यार. गलती करो so that you also get to know that we are also human beings and we also do mistakes. Anyways, was it fun debugging? That was pain actually, isn't it? Anyways, so let me explain quickly. So what I did was I took prefix and suffix. The first mistake that I did was I just took n plus 1, which is wrong. It should have been the target size, क्योंकि 777 का size ही चाहिए मुझे prefix. That is what I have to take. That was the first mistake that we did because of explaining. So n नहीं होगा. It was target dot size because that many elements you require for prefix and suffix. That's the first thing that you have to take. Next, you have to take I equal to 0, I lesser than n, I plus plus. Now, you know, if the num size increases target size, there's nothing to do because if it's already increasing target size, तो वो prefix से बड़ा है, वो suffix से भी बड़ा है, तो कुछ नहीं होगा. Next, you call prefix index से भाई आगे के पूरे कितने तक मिलता है, आगे के पूरे कितना तक मिलता है. He asked that, right? And it also asks क्या पीछे से भी मिलता है, क्या पीछे से भी मिलता है. अगर आगे से मिलता है तो वो उसका साइज तक ही मिलेगा, है कि नहीं, उसका साइज तक ही मिलेगा. और पीछे से मिलता है तो n उसका साइज माइनस टारगेट तक मिलेगा. तो बस वही वाला चीज अपन की है. अगर प्रीफिक्स मिलता है तो सफिक्स का आगे से उठा लिए, और अगर सफिक्स मिलता है प्रीफिक्स का पीछे से उठा लिए, एंड लास्ट में अगर मिलता है तो प्लस प्लस मार दो, सफिक्स भी मिलता है तो प्लस प्लस मार दो. गॉट इट? इज दैट क्लियर? Is that clear to everyone? So it's an n square. If you see, dot compare will take big O of n. So it's an n square instead of an n cube solution. It's an n square solution. Okay, makes sense? Has everyone understood this? Has everyone understood this? Has everyone understood this? Yes or no? Yes or no? Simple enough. The logic that I implemented, we just need to write compare. You can just manually write that as well, but yeah, makes sense. Or just write compare. Anyways, cool. So let's move to the next one. So generally, this is how I debug. If I face problems, this is how I debug, by using couple of cout statements or seeing what I'm doing mistake. That's how I generally debug. You can also follow that procedure if you want to. Okay, let's next question. I want you to read this question again and tell me if you have understood this so that we move to the solution. सिंटैक्स तो यार मुझे भी याद नहीं रहता. I also did not remember. I generally Google because I'm out of practice, so I don't remember. But compare and all functions. Syntax, yeah, no one remembers. Okay, tell me if you've understood this. UQ, if the question is clear. UQ, if the question is clear. UQ, if the question is clear. बोला तो है यार, डीपी सीरीज दिसंबर 1 से आएगी. कितना बार पूछते हो सेम क्वेश्चन? How many times have told DP series will come on? मुस्कुरा रहे हो फोन? अरे भाई अब इंसान है भाई, हमें भी व्हाट्सएप पे कोई जोक वगैरह भेज देता है, हम भी थोड़ा हंस लेते हैं और क्या. जान ले लोगे बच्चों की तुम तो. If you don't remember syntax, generally I use plus tab. And I in interviews, if you're going for an interview, you have to remember, right? UQ, by the way, question is clear or not? Is the question clear, guys? Is question clear? लेकिन फटाफट बोलो so that मैं आगे solve करूँ. Straight अबे कितने सीरीज लाऊं भाई, इंसान हो यार. Yes, Ayush, I think that's okay. By the way, can you just quickly tell me if the question is clear? Quick. फटाफट बोलो यार. Is the question clear? UQ, please. Can you be very quick on UQ? Okay, explain test. Okay, let me explain. So, यार ये मेरा माउस का बच्चा. मैकबुक में 4 पोर्ट होते हैं, चारों पोर्ट मेरे भर गए हैं एंड ये माउस के लिए पोर्ट नहीं है. So a teacher is writing a test with n true false statements with t denoting f. ठीक है. So you're given an answer key where answer key मैं थोड़ा इसको लिख के समझा देता हूँ, ऐसा समझ में नहीं आएगा. So the question states you'll be given a string. Let's assume the string to be ttff and assume the k to be 2. Okay, ttff and k to be t. Okay, so what they're asking you is k means you can replace any true to false or any false to true. You can do that. So assuming I say, okay, I'm going to replace, remember this, maximum number of times you can perform the operation. He wants to confuse the students by like, change the answer key for a question. Either tum to t or like answer key for any question to t or f. That is set answer key to t or f. That is what you can do. Return the maximum number of consecutive t's or f's in the answer key after performing the operation at most k times. That means you're saying ki kitna maximum t's hai. Now if I say, hey listen, I'm gonna change this to t and t, then the consecutive t's that you will get is 4. If you decide to change it to t and t, the consecutive t's that you will get is 4. Now had you decided to like ttff tha, if you could have also decided ki ff kar dete, so the maximum consecutive either f or t consecutives would have been 4. Like you can do any operations, but the maximum operations that you can do is 2. Like in a string of t and f, you can change t to f or f to t 2 times or k times, and then you have to tell me usme se which is the longest substring with all t's or all f's. Question clear hai? Is the question clear now? Is the question clear now? Giving you another example. Let's take one more example. Let's take this example. T T F T T F T T k equal to 1. Okay, and what can be the options? You'll be like, okay, let's change this to t, then this will be 5. That can be one of the options. Or you'll be like, okay, let's change this to t, this will be 5, right? So depending on the changes that you do, you have to just figure out what is the largest that you can get. What's the largest that you can get? Clear है क्या? अब question clear है? Depending on the changes, like you can do k changes can be t to f, f to t, कुछ भी हो सकता है. ऐसा नहीं है t to f ही सारे करने, कुछ को t से f किया. जैसे फॉर एन एग्जांपल कुछ ऐसा है. यूजुअली अब तुम कर रहे हो तो एक ही काइंड ऑफ चेंज करोगे. क्यों? इफ यू आर डूइंग अ चेंज यू विल डू अ सिमिलर काइंड ऑफ चेंज. कैन यू टेल मी व्हाई? कैन यू टेल मी व्हाई? द आंसर टू दैट इज इधर तुम t to f करोगे, नहीं तो f to t करोगे, और सारे वही चेंजेस करोगे. k यही करोगे या फिर k यही करोगे. क्यों? क्योंकि इधर तुमको सारे t चाहिए या फिर सारे f चाहिए. तो अगर तुम चेंजेस कर ही रहे हो तो शायद तुम f खोज रहे हो लंबे वाले या फिर t खोज रहे हो लंबे वाले, तो कोई एक ही चेंज करोगे ना. करेक्ट? So what's the initial thought that comes? By the way, UQ. I want a UQ now, if you've understood, before moving on, because I want everyone to understand the question, then I can move to explaining the solution. Not a DP, definitely not a DP. 133 live watching and people are just 2 people saying UQ, which is absolutely bizarre, man. Okay, the first approach that comes to my mind is binary search. The first approach that comes to my mind is binary search. How binary search? Plus sliding window. Binary search plus sliding window. Now you'll be like, but Striver, how binary search plus sliding window? So let me tell you how binary search plus sliding window. Now assume I give you k as 2 and I give you tft, tft, ttt, f. Okay, I assume I give you this. Assume I give you this. Okay, so now tell me, binary search, what can be the minimal possible answer? What can be the minimal possible answer? Can you say the minimal possible answer can be 0? Assuming that there are no strings with t's or f's. That's a minimal possible answer you can have. What is the maximum possible answer for this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Can I say 11 length? Can I say 11 length? I know the minimal answer can be 0 length substring or a 11 length substring. Now, if I know that this is like the answer will be in the range 0 to 11. I know the answer will be in the range 0 to 11. Now let's apply sliding window. So binary search says, hey, mid equal to, let's take mid equal to the middle, which is 5. 0 plus 11 by 2. Okay, 0 plus 11 by 2. And I say ये वाला 5 है पहले. इसमें कितने हैं बताइयो? कितने हैं बताइयो? False. कितने false है बताइयो? How many falses are there? I see there are 2 falses and 3 trues. In the length of 5, I'm saying 2 falses and 3 trues. Correct? 3 true. Trues nahi, true. 2 false and 3 true. So can I say, if there is a length 5 of 2 false and 3 true, and if k is 2, can I convert these 2f to 2 trues? To true. And hence I can say a length 5 is possible. Hence I can say a length 5 is possible. Do you agree? Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me? Hence I can say a length 5 is possible. Everyone agrees? Right? Agree karte ho? Length 5 is possible. Now if a length 5 is possible, I'm doing a binary search. And what is the question stating? Question बोलता है कि और खोजो. Right? क्योंकि अगर length 2 लेके मतलब length 5 लेके मुझे मिल गया. On length 5 I can see that there exists a length 5 answer. 5 can be an answer. There can be a 5 length of substring as an answer. Now my intuition will be question stated longest. So what will be my range now? I know 5 can be an answer, so probably I can keep answer as 5, and I'll say ab answer khojo 6 to 11 mein. And what's the middle this time? What's the middle this time? If I take 6 to 11, the middle to this will be 8. The middle to this will be 8. So let's take 8. Let's take 8. Okay? So the first 8 substring that I'll take will be 3, 6, 8. How many false are there? How many false are there? Can you tell me? There's a false of 2 false and true will be 6. So can I again say 8 is also possible? Can I say 8 is also possible? 8 length भी possible है, बोल सकता हूँ? Can I say a length 8 is possible? What do you think? Do you agree? Length of, because you'll again convert these false to true. So a length of 8 is also possible. So a length of 8 is also possible. So the answer converts to 8. The answer converts to 8. Now your range will be 9 to 11. देख लेते हैं ना. Let's check out the 9 to 11, because I'm looking for bigger ranges. Correct? So now mid will become 10. Now mid will become 10 because the new range is 9 to 11. The new range is 9 to 11. So the mid becomes 10. So first 10 is 3, 3, 6, 4. ये है 10. How many false and how many true? Come on, quick. How many false and how many true? I think 4 false है, 6 true है. Now tell me, is this possible? As of now, is this 10 length possible? As of now, is this 10 length possible? As of now, is this 10 length possible? The answer to that will be no. No, it's not possible. This sliding window says it's not possible because I can only convert 2 guys. So no matter what conversion I do, I repeat, no matter what conversion I do, I cannot turn them into completely T or I cannot turn them into completely F, because in order to turn them to completely T, I have to turn these 4 guys to true, and I have just a liberty to use 2 operations. Over here I need 6 operations, so I cannot turn it. So what I'll do is I'll move to the next slider. So this is the next window. If I move to the next window, 1 true will reduce, 1 false will be added. If I move the sliding window slightly, 1 true will reduce, 1 false will increase. Agreed? Now again, is it possible for this sliding window to have all consecutive? No. So I can say a 10 answer is not possible. So the range will now decrease to 9 is to 9, because if 10 is not possible, how will be 11 possible, right? So you will say थोड़ा सा छोटे में देखते हैं, चलो देखते हैं 9 में देख लेते हैं. Let's check it out on 9. Okay, so if I check it out on 9, this is 3, 3, 6, 9. How many false and true? I think 1, 2, 3 and 6. Is it possible? Is this possible? No. Next window, a true will go off, a false will be added. Again, not possible. Next window, a false will be added, a false will be going. So stays like this. I can see in none of the windows, by keeping a 9, it was possible. So can I say I could figure out the maximum answer to be 8? Can I say I could figure out the maximum answer to be 8? Can I say this, the maximum answer to be 8? Do you agree? Did you agree with this solution? Did everyone agree with this solution? Yes or no? Yes. I binary search to figure out what can be the maximum window. कितने लोगों को समझ में आ गया solution? कितने लोगों को आ गया समझ में? There's a big of n solution, but I wanted to give the binary search, and you get to know how binary search is generally implemented. Shall I code this and then I code big of n? इसको code कर लेते हैं, फिर big of n code करते हैं. क्या बोलते हैं? Code करते हैं? काफी cool है solution. Code करते हैं, ये हो जाएगा गलत, मतलब इसमें मैं थोड़ा ध्यान देता हूँ code पे, टाइम नहीं वेस्ट करें. ठीक है, फटाफट code करते हैं. It's a very cool solution by the way. So I'll say int low is equal to answer. Okay, code करते हैं. So By the way, this is not the most optimal solution. I'm rephrasing, this is not the most optimal solution. So if you feel this is the most optimal solution, you have to wait. Okay, by the way, क्या print करना है? I have to just print the output. ठीक है. I'm assuming k is always given as 1. So minimum answer 1 हो जाएगा because k is always given as 1. So the minimal answer will always be 1. So int mid will be low plus high by 1. If is possible with the is answer key में with the length mid, and by k changes, is it possible? If that's possible, I know this can be a possible answer. And और बड़ा देखते हैं, और थोड़ा बड़ा देखते हैं, और else छोटा कर लेते हैं, छोटे में देखते हैं. And this is the answer. This is how the binary search is. This is how the binary search will look like. Now what I'll do is I'll write private function and I'll say boolean is possible, give me a string s, give me a length which is being asked, and give me the k. Okay, so let's keep false equal to 0, let's keep tree equal to 0, let's have the first window. The first window will go on from 0 to I lesser than k, I plus plus k. So t plus plus equal to s of I equal to t, f plus equal to s of I equal to f. Okay, so yeah, this is the tf initially. So if just in case the t is the number of trues is lesser than k, or the number of false is lesser than k, let's perform the slider. So sliding window मैं नहीं पढ़ाने वाला, बहुत simple है. I generally write sliding windows like this. That's my way of writing. You can perform your way as well. Till I don't reach the last window. What I'm doing is I am at L. Yes, I'm at L. So L will move ahead. So if L is moving ahead, if s of L is equal to t, then you can just decrease 1. T से decrease 1 कर दियो, and then move ahead. And f will be, अगर पहले r को move करो, and f will hey, t will also get reduced, f will also get reduced. If any of the cases is this, both of them will get reduced. Okay, and r will move ahead, and t will say, okay, I'll add someone of s of r equal to t, and f will say, I'll also add someone of s of r equal to f. So at the end of the day, if the same condition exists, I'll return it true. Okay, and at the end of the day, I'll return a false. And that should be a perfect code. Can you explain why t will decrease and f will increase? नहीं, कहाँ पे increase decrease कहाँ किया है? सेम ही तो है. No, it's not basically. See, both will reduce if it's a true. Like when you're moving the slider, पीछे अगर true होगा तो true भी reduce हो जाएगा, false भी reduce हो जाएगा, जो भी होगा वो reduce हो जाएगा, है कि नहीं? जो भी होगा वो reduce हो जाएगा, है कि नहीं? TFFT output, output 4 expected. Output 4 expected 3. So the output came as 4. Let's check this out quickly. Why did the output come as 4? Let's check this out super quick. Low lesser than equal to I, answer equal to low, answer key dot size should have come up. Okay. Maximum length that we can have, that's definitely put expected 3. Okay, makes sense. 3 होगा. Makes sense. Okay, let's see what's the middle always. Let's check this out. Have a custom test case. Let's have this run. Okay, so it says 2 पे पॉसिबल था, 3 पे पॉसिबल था, 4 पे कैसे पॉसिबल हो गया? तो 4 पे तो होना ही नहीं चाहिए। 4 पे क्या इसने बोला? ओके 4 पे देख लेते हैं। 4 पे बंदे ने बोला कि कोई भी एक तो अगर की के बरा नीचे है, ये इसने क्या पास किया? ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है, माय बैड माय बैड माय बैड, एब्सोल्यूट माय बैड। साइज लेंथ होगा तो लेंथ तक चलेगा। माय बैड माय बैड। या accepted, done. This is my bad. It will be running till length, not k. Okay, has everyone understood this? Has everyone understood this? वीकली यार मैं नेक्स्ट संडे से सारा वीकली सॉल्व करने वाला हूँ, डोंट वरी। डन डन डन, करेक्ट हो गया। Is that has everyone understood this binary search? Was it a wonderful solution? I personally felt it was a good solution. What's your thought process? Was it a wonderful solution? Not sure. Now if you liked it or not, but yeah, I'm assuming you loved it. कैसा लगा solution? समझ में आ गया? ये स्लाइडर है, ये बेसिकली स्लाइडर मूव कर रहा है। स्लाइडर मूव्स, स्लाइडिंग विंडो नहीं समझा, काफी इजी है। देखो तुम ऐसे खड़े थे, पहला विंडो का तुम निकाल लो TF, अब इसको ऐसे मूव करोगे तो ये जो मूव होगा तो ये वाला बंदा अगर ट्रू है तो ट्रू से कमेगा, फॉल्स से कमेगा। रुको यहाँ पे, रुको मेरा हाथ था। देखो तुम ऐसे थे, तुम ऐसे जाओगे तो अब ये वाला बंदा, ये जो बंदा है अगर ट्रू था पहले इसको हटा दो, अगर फॉल्स था तो भी हटा दो, फिर आगे बढ़ो। फिर ये बंदा आगे गया तो जो आगे गया वो ट्रू फॉल्स है तो उसको जोड़ दो, ये कर दो। सो वही तो किया मैंने बस। अरे ये वाला मूवमेंट खुद आना चाहिए यार, ये क्या है मतलब? एल आगे बढ़ेगा ना तो एल पे जो भी था वो हट जाएगा, तो हटा दो। और आर पे गए हो तुम, नया है तो जो भी है उसको जोड़ लो। एंड कभी भी अगर के से छोटा है तो हो जाएगा ना। सो log n into big of n solution, it's a log n into big of n solution. So shall I move to the next one? Which is a better one, or the big of n? Shall I move to the next one, which is big of n? By the way, सब्सक्राइब कर देना, लाइक नहीं किया यार स्ट्रीम को लाइक कर दो। हाँ वैसे भी लिख दो, हाँ ठीक है ठीक है। स्ट्रीम को लाइक कर दो, समझ में आ गया? गुड नाइट कर दो। ओके गुड नाइट एमजे। सबको आया ना समझ में? ये पहले बताओ यार, बता ही नहीं रहा आज, थोड़ा सा चैट इतना, ये क्या लोग कोड करें क्या मेरे साथ? पीपल कोडिंग विद मी और व्हाट? Okay, let's understand the other one, which is a big of n solution, which is again a very typical। अच्छा तब से वेट करो लास्ट क्वेश्चन के लिए, लास्ट क्वेश्चन करेंगे ना। So the next one that we will do is basically अपन क्या करने वाले हैं, big of n solution करेंगे। Okay, now let's forget the question about true and false. Okay, let's assume I tell you that hey listen, I want the maximum window. Okay, so T F T T T F F T F T F T T T. Okay, so you can be like, okay, this is what it looks like, and I'm assuming K is given as 2. So we will be using a slider. Let's assume it's not true and false as of now, it's just that we can convert true to false or false to true. Let's assume the question only states we can convert false to true. Let's assume the other condition, let's ignore. Let's ignore the other condition. We are saying we're gonna only convert false to true. तो क्या मैं कह सकता हूँ, एक यहाँ रखते हैं pointer which is low. Let's keep a pointer high. Okay. So what is this true? So counter will be 1. So we want trues. So not counting this. Let's move ahead. False. Let's count this. As of now, it's okay to have these many false. Let's move it ahead. True. Okay. Let's move it ahead. Again, okay. Let's move it ahead. Again, okay. Let's move this ahead. Again, another false. Count is 2. So, can I say as of now, this is the longest substring. Can I say this is the longest substring that you will get if you are allowed for k equal to 2? Can I say this is the longest as of now that you will get? Do you agree? Do you agree? Do you agree that this is the longest that you will get as of now? How many of you agree? How many of you agree with this? How many of you agree as of now? On the slider, the count is 2. Agreed, right? Now what I'll do is I'll move ahead. The moment I move, the counter will become 3. The counter will become 3. I'll be like, अब भाई ज़्यादा हो गया भाई, ज़्यादा falses हो गया. मैं बोलूँगा ठीक है भाई, मैं आगे से नहीं हटाऊंगा, पीछे से हटाते हैं. ट्रू, एक ट्रू हटा, कोई काम नहीं, और एक मूव करना होगा. इसको जब मूव करेंगे काउंटर 2 हो गया फिर. So can you run a slider like this? आगे पीछे. Can you run a slider like this? Can you run a slider like this? तो आगे जा रहे हो, फिर पीछे से आगे. Can you run a slider like this? Counter again becomes 2. Now can I again say that this is the window which is having 2 false? Right? Can I say this? Can I say this? Like if you move the slider like this, right? Can I say that this is how it looks? Next, can I move the high to here? Again, okay. Can I move the high to here? Again the counter becomes 3. So I have to again move the low, 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 false. एक कमाओ और फिर आगे जाओ. Can I say this is how it can work? Can I say this is how you can always be in a window? Can I say this is how you can always be in a window where there is at max 2 Fs? Can I say? And whenever you are like एक window है, फिर एक window है, फिर एक window, the largest of all those windows will be your answer. Can I say the largest of all those windows will be your answer? Largest of all those windows will be your answer. How many of you agree? How many of you agree that largest of all those windows will be your answer? Do you agree? Everyone? Everyone out there? Everyone agrees? The largest of all windows will be your answer. Okay, perfect. Shall I code this? Shall I code this? Okay, so can I say, if I'm given a string S, and I've given a K, and I've said that, okay, listen, it just allowed for character F, allowed for character CH. CH can be anything. So can I say the answer will be either you convert largest window of S comma K comma, that can be either F or the max of, like either F को F के sense में largest window निकालेंगे, or in sense of true I will find the largest window. Do you agree? Or in sense of true I'll find the largest window, right? In sense of true I'll find the largest window. Agreed? So low equal to 0, high equal to 0, number of false equal to will be S of I, or number of not false, number of count char ch, because I'm writing a very generic function. So perfect. Can I say let's or इसको थोड़ा सा better भी कर सकते हैं. Let's keep low as that only. For int I equal to 0, I lesser than s dot size, I plus plus, and then what I can say is, hey, listen, if s of I is equal to ch, then you can just do a counter plus plus where you count the number of those guys, and in case I need the largest one, so maxi equal to 1. That's the best that you can get. So in case, yes, in case the counter is exceeding the k, yes, in case the counter is exceeding the k, let's remove them. Let's remove them. If s of low is equal to ch, let's remove, and then you can just go ahead, and at the end of the day you will have your boundary, and you can say maxi equal to max of maxi comma, the current one is I minus low plus 1, that's the length of the boundary, and you can simply come across and return that maxi. Can I say this will be the answer? Can I say this will be the answer? ऐसे कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी बता पाओगे? इसका कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी बता पाओगे क्या होगा? What's the complexity for this? Can someone tell me the complex? Like, I'll be absolutely, like, I want the exact complexity. Accepted, okay? Or the exact complexity. I'll be absolutely glad if you can do this. Except, okay, huh? अभी बताओ exact complexity. It's not big of n. It's not big of n. Let me exact one. Yes. I'll come to that. Aman, I'll come to that. Don't worry. I tend to go step by step. I tend to go step by step. Okay. The complexity is how many times, like if you're giving a string, for this case, whenever I'm talking just from false to true, I'm just saying false to true. I'm not saying anything else. Just false to true. Nothing else in the world. Just false to true. So how many times is every character accessed? How many times is every character accessed? Can I say it's 2 times? So it's 2n, because once high pointer touches it, the other time the low pointer touches it. So every character is accessed 2n times. Every character is accessed 2n times, because once the high pointer accesses it and the low pointer accesses it once. Correct? So if every character touches it once, so can I say this that it's a 2n for just f to t? It's a 2n for f to t, and you're doing it twice. So can I say it's a complexity of big of 4n? Understood the complexity? But can we do this better? 4n is almost like not better than log n, but yeah, it's आ गया क्या? अभी it's 4n समझ में आ गया क्या? ये समझ में आ गया क्या ये? वैसे so how can you do it better? Now, single sliding window. Yes, we can do it single sliding window. What in the binary search, what did we do? We said अगर false छोटा है तो false को convert करेंगे, अगर true छोटा है तो true को करेंगे. So can I apply the same logic? Yes, can I apply the same logic? And can I say, yes, I will convert the sliding window to, like, I will not have any character. Okay, let's not have any character. Let's just have key. Okay, and I will say, hey, listen, now your count, let's keep 2 counts, 1 count f, 1 count true. Okay, and I'll say if this is f, I'll do a counter f plus plus, and if s of I is equal to t, I'll do counter t plus plus. Agreed? So now I'll say, instead of this, I'll say either of the minimal of count f and count t is exceeding k. Either of the minimal of exceeding k. So what I will do is, if this is equal to f, I'll do a counter f minus minus, and if s of low, क्योंकि मुझे तो मिनिमल से मतलब है, मुझे तो एक ही बंदे को कन्वर्ट करना है, मैं 2 बार क्यों बुलाऊं, मैं एक ही बार में कर दूंगा. मैं I'll make sure I'll have a slider where the minimal conversion is lesser than k, and that makes sense. And if I do this, I think this will also work, and this will also work if I do this. I'll just have a submit button. Well, see accepted. ये आएगा दिमाग में, because what I'm concerned is, I'm not concerned about false and true. I'm concerned about उस स्लाइडर में जो मिनिमल है, मैं उसी को चेंज करने का सोचूंगा ना, है कि नहीं? Does that make sense? In that slider, whatever is the minimal, that is what I'll always focus on changing. Does that make sense to everyone? ये तो आयुष, I'm explaining big of n only. It's a big of 2n. Like discuss में big of n बंदों ने लिख दिया, but this is big of 2n, because every element at the worst case might be accessed twice. Ayush, it's like In Discuss, people will write this as big of n, but this is not strict big of n, trust me, because every element has to be accessed twice in order to run a sliding window. Whenever you're running a sliding window, a single element is accessed once, and then from the back it is accessed once more, right? If someone is writing it strict big of n, that's wrong. That's wrong. It's not strict big of n, it's big of 2n. 2n hoga. At the worst case, it will be big of 2n, no matter what you do. If I give you k equal to 1, and I give you a string like tf, 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 and it will be always 2n. Okay, I need a yes from everyone. If everyone has got it conceptually clear. If everyone has got it conceptually clear. If everyone has got it conceptually clear, can I just get a yes? Okay, last question for the day. The last question for the day, which is an amazing one. Okay, मजा आया सबको? चलो ये करते हैं, क्वेश्चन पढ़ लो फिर शुरू करते हैं. Last question for the day. Interesting one. Please make sure you like the stream. If you are loving these streams and तुम चाहते हो मैं और LeetCode weekly करूँ, so please like these streams. Sundays, let's reserve Sundays now. थोड़ा Sundays अब मस्ती करते हैं. LeetCode weekly करते हैं. इधर तब करते हैं, नहीं तो दिन के 10 बजे भी कर सकते हैं. रात सुबह के 12 बजे में उठता नहीं हूँ, नहीं तो मैं 12 बजे कर लेता. संडेज में 3-4 बजे उठता हूँ दिन में, फिर कभी 2 बजे. बस मैं 2 बजे उठता हूँ, क्लास रहता है मेरा 2 से 4. I read the question and I'll get started at after a couple of minutes. I'll get started after a couple of minutes. Okay. Okay. 11:53. 12:15 तक चलेगा. अब क्वेश्चन आपके हवाले से ड्राइवर भैया. मस्त जिंदगी नहीं यार, मेहनत करते हैं, ऐसे थोड़ी ही सोते हैं यार. क्या बात करते हो यार, मस्त जिंदगी. अजय समझ में आ गया क्या? समझ में आ गया क्या? क्वेश्चन समझ में आया? Your hairstyle is really good. Thank you. Thank you for the appreciation. Simple enough. Simple रखो hairs. ये यहाँ पे मोरल नहीं पढ़ते यार, मैं मोरल नहीं पढ़ा पाता. I'm not a very good speaker who motivates you. I can motivate you by problem solving. That is what. Okay, let's understand the question. Okay, भाई साहब मेरा. Oh. So basically, what is the question stating? Let's understand the question. How many of you did understand the question, by the way? कोई समझा क्या question? कमर दर्द हो गया बैठे बैठे. रुको मैं ना खाना, think about money, lots of money. फिर को एक बार खाना मंगा लेता हूँ. तो कोई क्वेश्चन समझा क्या? कितने लोग क्वेश्चन समझे? Just give me a minute, I'll just add some food. And then I'll get sorted. ये हो गया मेरा address. Pay using Swiggy wallet. Great, okay? आ गया Swiggy का खाना. चलो question बताते हैं. So the question states, you'll be given an array and it's like 2 minus 1 2, okay, and k is 3. That is what it is given to you. So basically they say you that, hey, listen, you'll be given an array. Okay, you'll be given an array, and your task will be to change at most. It's very important, at most. Like it's not absolute necessity that you have to. There is no hard and fast rule that you have to change. It's at most. Got it? It's at most. So at most you have to, like, you can change one element. That's clearly mentioned. And what can you change one element? You can pick up any element and convert that to this 3. Okay, so for an example, if I convert this to 3, then can I have a partition such that the left sum and the right sum are equal? Can I have such a partition? So for an example, if I do a partition over here, if I do a partition, then the left sum will be 3 and the right sum will be 1, right? So they're not equal. But if I have a partition here, then the left sum will be 2 and the right sum will also be 2. So I can say that if I change this value to 3, the number of equals partition will be 1. Okay, the number of equal partitions will be 1. So the question states you can at most change one element to k, and in doing so, what is the maximum partitions you can get? Now question clear? Now is the question clear? Has the question clear है क्या भाई? क्लियर है क्या? बताओ. Tell me if this is UQ. हाँ, प्रीफिक्स में यूज होगा. Clear? Okay, so if I remove this condition, and I ask you, how will the prefix, whenever, like, when the left sum, like, if I say at what cases the left sum will be equal to right sum, because that is when you say I will not change any element. So how can you do this? If I say I'm not going to change any element, how will you make sure the left sum is equal to right sum? Just think and tell me, how will you make sure? I can say that, okay, I can make this sure because let's assume I keep a prefix sum, okay, and I keep a suffix sum. So can I say, if I'm saying I'm allowed 0 changes, can I say the indexes where prefix of I is equal to suffix of I plus 1? Whereas I'm assuming you know what is prefix sum and what is suffix sum. Prefix sum is when you sum it from the front, suffix sum is when you sum it from the back. So can I say prefix till I means, if this is ith index, prefix I means this much summation, I plus 1 means this much summation. So the number of indexes where prefix of I is equal to suffix of I plus 1, that is when I can say, like, you will have the numbers. Is that clear? 0 changes is very simple. Make sense? Does 0 changes make sense to everyone? Does it? Does it make sense? अरे बोल दो भाई. 0 वाला ये make sense करता है ना, 0 changes वाला. ठीक है. So अभी let's take this last example so that we can get a better idea. Let's take the last example so that we can get a better idea. 22, 4 minus 25 minus 20 minus 15, 15 minus 16, 7, 19 minus 10, 0 minus 30, 0. यार ये इतना बड़ा हो गया, मैं लिख ही नहीं पाया पूरे में. रुको फिर से लिखता हूँ. एक छोटा सा एग्जांपल सोचता हूँ तो फिर अच्छा लगेगा. रुको छोटा सा एग्जांपल सोचते हैं सो दैट तुम लोग को मैं समझा पाऊँ. 2 घंटे के बाद दिमाग काम करना बंद हो जाता है, बट कोई नहीं. 22 4 minus 25 minus 20 minus 15, 15, minus 16, 7, 19, minus 10, 0, minus 13, minus 40. Okay. And the k that they are saying is minus 33. Okay, let's understand. Khana aa raha hai. So let's understand this is your array. Okay, let's assume this is your array and k is given as 30 minus 33. Now if I ask you a very plain question, prefix equal to suffix I, that's when you say 0 changes. That's when you suffix of I plus 1, that's when you say 0 changes. Okay. Now whenever you say one change, for an example, this is the first change that they are doing. So assuming that you change it over here to minus 33, just assume if you change logically, like let's assume कि कहाँ partitions है, वैसे एक बार देख लेते हैं partitions कहाँ है, कहीं बोला है क्या partition कहाँ है, कोई नहीं बता, कोई बात नहीं है। अब एक चीज बताओ मेरे को, अगर मैं यहाँ पे चेंज करता हूँ, किस में बदलाव आएगा, किस बंदे में बदलाव आएगा, सोच के बताइए। Will the suffix, like if I talk about these indexes, will the suffix be affected? If I'm standing here, will the suffix sum be affected if I change this guy? Just logically think and tell me. Will the suffix be affected any day? Will the suffix be affected any day? Just logically think and tell me. Just logically think and tell me, will the suffix be affected? No suffix affected if you're standing here. Who is affected? Who is affected? Only the prefix. If you change somewhere here and you're standing here, who is affected? Only the prefix. Correct? So can I say then this change, let's assume this change is delta. Let's assume this change is delta, because if you are changing a particular number to k, the change will be delta. So can I say at every index, whenever you're going across over here, at every index I, if this is the case and this is the case, and suddenly you change someone by a value delta, because you're changing it to k, so it's changed by a value delta. So can I say now you have to follow this condition? You will be like, a prefix बढ़ गया है भाई, तो prefix और minus suffix of I plus 1, prefix तो बढ़ गया है अब delta से, क्या ये delta होगा? अब ये वाला condition मुझे चाहिए, do I need this condition or not? Now do I need this condition or not? Yes or no? Correct? Do I need this condition or not? How many conditions will be there? Now delta can be anything. If you change this variable, delta will be here. If you change this to minus 33, this will be delta 1. If you change this to something, this will be delta 2. Do you agree? A delta will be different. Do you agree delta will be different? Right? Do you agree this delta will be different for every other variable? For every other variable, the delta will be different. Do you agree? अरे यार अग्री करते हो कि नहीं? ये डेल्टा, यहाँ पे डेल्टा आया, इसको माइनस 33 करोगे तो डेल्टा अलग होगा, इसको 33 करोगे तो डेल्टा अलग होगा, इसको 33 करोगे तो डेल्टा अलग होगा. करेक्ट? तो सब नंबर्स का एक डेल्टा होगा. एवरी नंबर विल हैव अ डेल्टा. डू यू अग्री? एवरी नंबर विल हैव अ डेल्टा. करेक्ट? सो can I count those deltas? Can I count those deltas and keep? Let's see. I'll just count those deltas and keep. By the way, just an example, और एक example है. अभी अगर मैं इस बंदे को 33 करता तो कुछ डेल्टा आता, and assume मेरा ith index इधर होता. Assume my ith index would have been here. Then what would have been the formula? If I is over here? So if your change is right to I, if your change is to the right of I, then what are you looking for? You're looking for prefix of minus suffix. Then suffix is more. Then suffix will be increased, so minus delta. Because suffix is increased now. Right? Suffix is increased now. So if I say, if you're standing here and the increase is here, then can I say this will be the formula? And if you're increasing here and you're standing here, then the formula will be delta. Can I say that these two are the formulas? and this formula is for if the change is on left side, change is on left of I, and this formula for change on right of I. Do you agree? Do you agree? अग्री हो गया? सब अग्री करते हो? ये वाला कॉन्सेप्ट आया, धीरे धीरे ये कॉन्सेप्ट आ गया. अब मैं धीरे से आगे में बढ़ूंगा सो दैट क्लियर हो जाए. गुंजन आ गया कॉन्सेप्ट? चेंज इज ऑन लेफ्ट ऑफ आई जब करेंगे तो आई पे ये होगा, अगर चेंज राइट पे हुआ है तो चेंज ऑफ ये होगा, है क्या? अब मैं समझा देता हूं एग्जांपल लेके, पूरा क्लियर हो जाएगा. सो लेट्स टेक द एग्जांपल दैट वाज ओनली रिटन. भाई ये डेल्टा का सीन नहीं समझा? नहीं समझा क्या? सबको डेल्टा नहीं समझा क्या? अरे देखो एक बात बताओ, ये -25 था, -33 हुआ, तो डेल्टा किधर हुआ? तुम्हारा -8 नंबर कमा ना, नंबर -8 से कम गया ना, तो डेल्टा -8 हुआ. अब अगर तुम कहीं इधर खड़े हो, पार्टीशन इधर कर रहे हो, तो लॉजिकली प्रीफिक्स आई और सफिक्स आई बराबर होना चाहिए था, करेक्ट? बट अब तुम क्या बोलोगे कि भाई इस नंबर को तो तूने बढ़ा दिया है, कमा दिया अलग बात है, डेल्टा माइनस भी हो सकता है, इस नंबर को तो तूने इंक्रीज कर दिया है डेल्टा से, तो तेरा प्रीफिक्स भी तो इंक्रीज हो जाएगा डेल्टा से. बट सफिक्स इफेक्ट नहीं होगा क्योंकि पार्टीशन इधर है, सफिक्स ये है, ये नहीं इफेक्ट होगा. लेकिन प्रीफिक्स में तूने इस नंबर को बढ़ा दिया है, प्रीफिक्स बढ़ेगा भाई. तो पहले का जो प्रीफिक्स था और अभी का जो प्रीफिक्स है वो डेल्टा से डिफरेंशिएट होगा. आया समझ? अंडरस्टूड? नाउ अब अगर मैं बोलूं कि भाई इस तरफ ये एलिमेंट नहीं बढ़ा रहा हूं, ये बढ़ाया नहीं हूं, आई एम इंक्रीजिंग दिस गाय, not this, this stays as 25, this stays as 25, I increase this guy to delta and I do a partition here. So can I say there will be increase on suffix? There will be an increase on suffix. Suffix बढ़ेगा, prefix तो वही रहेगा. तो मैं suffix बढ़ा दिया, और अगर मैं इक्वेशन को बराबर लिखना चाहता हूं तो prefix माइनस suffix माइनस डेल्टा होगा, क्योंकि उल्टा हो गया, suffix बढ़ गया, है कि नहीं? Got it? Now got it? डेल्टा वाला कॉन्सेप्ट. If you're doing, if partition is here, it's simple, if partition is here, if a change is on the left, then it will be delta, prefix minus suffix will be delta. If a partition is here and the change is on the right, it will be minus delta for that equation. Got it, Gunjan? Absolute मत लो, फिर दिक्कत होगा, हैशिंग करेंगे. अब ये वाला, या अब मैं काम करता हूँ, I'll just write this quickly so that I can just explain you and then start coding it. 4 -25 -20 -15 -16 7 19 -10 0 -13 -14, k is -33. Okay, so lag, is it lagging? Not lagging? Okay, so let's forget about deltas as of now. I'm not concerned about deltas. Let's forget about deltas. So what I will do is, as of now, सुन भाई मैं क्या करूंगा, मैं दिमाग लगाऊंगा. जहां डेल्टा लीस नहीं होगा, मतलब जहां ज्यादा डेल्टास मुझे मिल जाएंगे, बराबर के ज्यादा डेल्टास मुझे मिल गए, उधर मुझे ज्यादा दिमाग नहीं लगाना है. जहां मुझे बराबर के ज्यादा डेल्टास मिल गए उधर मुझे दिमाग नहीं लगाना है. बेसिकली अगर मैं पार्टीशन इधर करता हूँ, कहाँ गया, यहाँ पे अगर पार्टीशन करता हूँ, तो अगर जो प्रीफिक्स माइनस सफिक्स डेल्टास अगर मुझे बहुत मिल गए तो मतलब बराबर है, एलिमेंट्स चेंजेस बराबर है, ज्यादा लेफ्ट की तरफ है, तो आई प्रेफर डूइंग दैट इंस्टेड ऑफ डूइंग द अदर स्टफ. that's what my thought process will be. कितने डेल्टास है, लाइक वैसे मैं कितने चेंज करूंगा तो आ जाएगा. that's specifically my thought process. बढ़िया, हो जाएगा वैसे. और कोई क्वेश्चंस है बिफोर आई मूव टू दिस? एनी अदर क्वेश्चंस बिफोर आई मूव टू दिस? कोई क्वेश्चंस तो बता सकते हो. काफी थकान हो गया वैसे. I'll just take a good example. प्रीफिक्स सम सफिक्स ले लेते हैं इसको फटाफट. एक सेकंड दे दो. हाँ, मैं यहाँ पे बगल वाले स्क्रीन पे खोल लेता हूँ सो दैट आई कैन जस्ट गेट द प्रीफिक्स सम एंड सफिक्स सम क्विकली. हाँ, क्विकली ले लेता है तो फिर सही रहेगा. चलो, सो अभी प्रीफिक्स सम कर लेते हैं. लेट्स से द प्रीफिक्स सम 22 26 1 -19 -15 कितना होगा, -34, फिर से -19 -16 will be -45. नहीं, sorry my bad. let me by the way guys, just in case I make any mistake in prefix sum, let me know. Yeah, at max only one. Yeah, we can change at max only one ही था क्या? I'm not sure. At max only one. हाँ, at max we can change only one. That's okay. That's okay यार. डेल्टा देखो, डेल्टा तुम नहीं समझ रहे हो, कितने पार्टीशन हमें खोजने हैं, हमें कितने पार्टीशन से खोजने हैं, समझ रहे हो? कितने पार्टीशन ऐसे हैं जहां पे डेल्टा इज पॉसिबल, जहाँ पे वो डेल्टा बराबर है, कितने ऐसे पार्टीशंस मिल रहे हैं जहाँ पे डेल्टा बराबर आ रहा है। मेरा ये फंडा है। तो अगर मैं पार्टीशंस खोज लूँ जहाँ डेल्टास बराबर है, तो मैं कह सकता हूँ उतने पार्टीशंस में कर सकता हूँ, समझ रहे हो? और कोई नहीं, मैं समझा दूंगा। 35 7 विल बी -28, -28 19 विल बी -9, -19 -19 -19 -13 will be -32 and -46. Just can you just quickly confirm if this is correct? Can someone quickly confirm if this is correct? सुबह quick, फटाफट 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 बताओ, करेक्ट है क्या? Prefix sum is correct. Is the prefix sum correct, guys? Quick 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 quick. करेक्ट है, चलो बड़े। सफिक्स लिखते हैं। सफिक्स होगा -14 -27 -27 -37 18 -18 -11 -27 -42 -27 -47 कितना होता है? -73 -69 22 करेंगे तो 47 -47। सही है ना? एक बार चेक कर लो, एक बार चेक कर लो, सही है ना? एक बार चेक कर लो सही है कि नहीं। प्लीज चेक इफ दिस इज करेक्ट और नॉट। प्लीज चेक इफ दिस इज करेक्ट और नॉट। प्लीज चेक इफ दिस इज करेक्ट और नॉट। सही है। अब डेल्टा लिखते हैं। लेट्स राइट द डेल्टास। लेट्स बेसिकली राइट व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ prefix of I minus suffix of I plus 1. Let's write this value. -47 होगा कहाँ? कहाँ होगा -47? हाँ, -47 ही है, वो तुमको दिख नहीं रहा है, स्क्रीन थोड़ा छोटा हो गया, स्क्रीन थोड़ा छोटा हो गया। -47 ही है, ठीक है, -47 ही है, ठीक है। -47। चलो अब डेल्टास का काम करते हैं। वी हैव द इक्वेशन राइट, डेल्टा एंड माइनस डेल्टा। लेट्स राइट द डेल्टास। सो 22 माइनस ऑफ -47, कैलकुलेटर निकाल लेते, फटाफट हो जाएगा। 22 plus 47. So over here the delta is 69. Let's use some other. Delta is, रुको मैं कलर चेंज कर देता हूँ। Delta is 69. 26 plus 69 will be 95. 1 plus 74. 19 plus 47 will be 66. Minus 34 plus 27 will be -7. Minus 19 plus 42 will be 13. Minus 35 plus -12 क्या हो गया? क्या हो गया? गलत कहाँ हो गया भाई? गलत, अरे यार, हाँ यार, -27 के बाद -19 जब मैं करता हूँ, माइनस, अभी सही तो है यार, -27 है, -10 -47 -47 -25 -73 होता है, नहीं -72 होता है, -72 4 -68 होता है, -68 22 कितना होता है? -68 plus 22 -46. Now it's okay. Now it's okay. Is this okay now? After -27, is it okay? Is it okay now? Is it okay now? At index of 5 in original array. -42 की जगह -12 कहाँ है? -42 कहाँ दिख रहा है? क्या बोल रहे हो? एक सेकंड रुको। -14 -27 -27 -27 -37 -37 19 -18 11 7 -11 -11 -16 -27 -27 15. Oh. Thank you. It's critical of such a big example. Anyways, I think I should have done the other way, where I should have. अब सही है? अरे कोई लिख दो यार, ये बहुत सारा confusion हो गया. कोई लिख दो यार. Can someone just write this for me, or let me just. Anyways, we have to do this, so let's do this as of now only. Best way. लिखना तो है ही, अभी लिख लो. I am just concerned about the delta. I just नहीं अप्रोच ऐसे नहीं बता सकते यार. बिना writing this, it's very tough to tell you the approach. Without writing this, it's absolutely impossible to tell you the approach. Trust me. Without dry run तो कुछ समझ ही नहीं आएगा. मैं बोल दूंगा लेकिन तुम्हें समझ नहीं आएगा. वैसा हो जाएगा. इज नॉट अ वैलिड. क्या है भाई ये? अभी ने क्या दिक्कत है भाई? ले भाई. ओके वी हैव. भाई क्या हो गया? Okay, I think I have the deltas. What matters to me is deltas, so I'll just write up the deltas. 90 98 48 अलग ही डेल्टास आ गए, बट ठीक है. 8 -22 8 -24 -10 तो वेट डेल्टास आ गए. बट एनीवेज मैं लॉजिक बता देता हूँ. डेल्टास का छोड़ो. हाँ मैं सारे करता हूँ. मैं डेल्टास लॉजिक ही बता देता हूँ. हटाओ. अभी देखो तुम्हारे पास सारे डेल्टास आ जाएंगे. एक इधर का मतलब इस आई के वजह से एक डेल्टा आएगा, 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 इस आई के वजह से. तो ऐसे सारे आईज के वजह से एक डेल्टा आएगा. व्हाट डू यू थिंक देयर विल बी अ डेल्टा? दैट इज द डिफरेंस ऑफ प्रीफिक्स एंड सफिक्स. Will there be a delta because of every I? Do you agree that there will be a delta because of every I? Quickly tell me yes or no. Can you just quickly tell me there will be a lot of deltas? Delta 1, delta 2, sorry by the way. Delta 1, delta 2, delta 3, delta 4. Deltas might be different. Right? There will be a lot of deltas. Right? Now, let's assume you are at this index. Okay? You are at this index. And assume this index is having a value 25 and you have to make it -33. You have to make it -33. ठीक है. तो इसमें चेंज इस बंदे के वजह से चेंज कितना हुआ है? ये 25 to 33 कितना चेंज है? -8 का चेंज है, मतलब बंदा, सॉरी, 25 to -33 इज आइडेंटिकली, आई थिंक अ लॉट, 63. The change is 63. The change is 63, right? Now tell me one thing. If you say कि मैं इसी एलिमेंट को चेंज करूंगा, एक ही एलिमेंट में इसी को चेंज करूंगा, इसी को चेंज करूंगा, तो कितने पार्टीशन हो सकता है? कितने पार्टीशन हो सकता है बताओ मुझे। अगर मैं बोलूं कि भाई मैं 25 को 33 बनाऊंगा, तो कितने पार्टीशन हो सकते हैं मुझे ये बताओ। अगर मैं इसी बंदे को चेंज करना चाहता हूं, कितने पार्टीशन हो सकते हैं? लेफ्ट में जो बंदे 63 दे रहे होंगे वो पार्टीशन हो सकते हैं, राइट में जो बंदे 63 दे रहे हैं वो पार्टीशन हो सकते हैं, है कि नहीं? -65, सॉरी, लेफ्ट में -65 जो दे रहे, -63 जो दे रहे होंगे, राइट में 63 जो दे रहे होंगे, प्रीफिक्स और माइनस सफिक्स के। डू यू अग्री? अरे ये 58 है, जो भी है यार, मतलब मेरा दिमाग थोड़ा सा हिल गया है अभी, मेरे को भूख लगा है। It's 58. It's 58. Delta is the change in element. This was array of I. 58 होगा, 58 होगा, 58, value 58. So let's understand. So you are saying कि भाई सुन, 25 अगर -33 बना तो बंदा कितना गिरा? How much did it change? The change is 25 minus of -33, or if you want to write it otherwise, it will be otherwise. -33 is the new number and the change that you did was 25. So it's a -55 that you changed. It's a -58 that you changed. Do you agree? तो अगर मैं बोलता हूं कि मैं इसी नंबर को, इसी इंडेक्स को चेंज करूंगा, तो कितने बंदे लेफ्ट में क्या ज्यादा होगा? सफिक्स ज्यादा होगा। तो माइनस ऑफ -58 जिन बंदों का डेल्टा होगा, क्या वो पार्टीशन वैलिड है? डू यू अग्री? आर दोस पार्टीशंस वैलिड? डू यू अग्री दैट दोस पार्टीशंस आर वैलिड? जिन का प्रीफिक्स माइनस सफिक्स माइनस ऑफ -58 है, बिकॉज इफ यू रिमेंबर ऑन लेफ्ट, यहां पार्टीशन, मतलब ये चेंज हुआ है, ये बंदा चेंज हुआ है, पार्टीशन इधर कहीं हो रहा है, तो जो बंदों का -58 है डेल्टा, will that be counted? Do you agree that those guys will be counted? And on the right, you just need to see किन का -58 है, because if you change this guy, prefix will be increased. So किन prefix minus suffix का -58 है, किन prefix और suffix का -58 है, उतने ही partitions हो सकते हैं. Do you agree? If I change this, so for every element, can I figure out the change? That's delta. एंड मैं देखूंगा कितने बंदों का माइनस डेल्टा है लेफ्ट में एंड कितने बंदों का प्लस डेल्टा है राइट में. इफ आई सी दिस, will I be done if I just check this out? आया लॉजिक समझ में? इंट्यूशन आया समझ में? Is the intuition clear? Is the intuition clear to everyone? Is the intuition clear to everyone? Is the intuition clear to everyone? Clear हुआ everyone? गुंजन को हो गया क्लियर, बात बाकी किसको हुआ नहीं हो तो मैं फिर बता देता हूँ. आई हैव लॉट ऑफ टाइम, डोंट वरी, मैं पूरा बता के जाऊँगा. दैट इज व्हाट आई ऑलवेज मेक श्योर. इफ आई एम टीचिंग, आई मेक श्योर टीच कंप्लीटली एंड देन गो. ठीक है समझ में? थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे मैंने गलत चीज़ बता दिया. यहाँ पे थोड़ा फॉर्मूला चेंज हो जाएगा, मतलब ये जो डेल्टा है यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा मैंने ये बता दिया, मतलब वेड हो गया. मतलब ये सही लिखा है मैंने, ये सही लिखा है, मतलब कंसेप्चुअली सफिक्स में भी इंक्रीजिंग होगा, क्योंकि अगर आप नहीं, सफिक्स में इंक्रीज नहीं होगा. सही है, मैंने फॉर्मूला सही बोला. एनीवेज, इट इज करेक्ट. प्रीफिक्स माइनस सफिक्स विल बी डेल्टा इफ चेंज इज ऑन द लेफ्ट ऑफ आई, एंड या आई थिंक इट्स करेक्ट. सही है. आ गया समझ में? सबको आ गया समझ में? अच्छे से आया तो क्या मैं सही बोला वैसे? एक सेकंड. प्रीफिक्स ऑफ आई अगर मैं उधर चेंज करता हूँ एंड सफिक्स ऑफ i+1, ओके, अगर मैं इधर चेंज किया हूँ तो हाँ, ये लॉजिक तो सही है. लॉजिक इज करेक्ट. वन मोर टाइम. ओके. Anish wants it one. See, Anish, what I did was I said if I change a particular value at the index I to a value k, there is a change of delta, देयर इज अ चेंज ऑफ डेल्टा एंड ड्यू टू दिस डेल्टा व्हाट हैपेंस, अगर एक नंबर 25 को यहाँ पे आते हैं, पूरा मैं समराइज कर देता हूँ तो पूरा क्लियर हो जाएगा। अगर मैं एक नंबर 25 को 33 बनाता हूँ, इफ आई एम कन्वर्टिंग ए नंबर 25 टू 33, ठीक है, कंफ्यूजिंग नहीं है, एक बार और करूंगा तो आ जाएगा। तो अगर मैं इस नंबर को -25 से -33 बनाता हूँ, तो द चेंज दैट यू आर डूइंग इज -35 -33 माइनस ऑफ -25, विच इज 8 गुना तुमने 8 चेंज किया, 8 कम किया नंबर को, राइट, तुमने 8 कम किया नंबर को, है कि नहीं, 8 -8 कम किया नंबर को। अगर तुमने नंबर को -8 कम कर दिया, इफ यू रिड्यूस द नंबर बाय -8, इस जगह पे जो भी प्रीफिक्स सम होगा क्या वो भी -8 से गिर जाएगा? ऑब्वियस बात है गिर जाएगा, ऑब्वियस बात है गिर जाएगा। तो अगर वो बंदा भी गिर गया, मतलब 8 तुमने -8 से ही तो गिरेगा वो बंदा, तो क्या मैं कह सकता हूं, प्रीफिक्स ऑफ आई उस जगह पे, अज्यूमिंग इस जगह पे, माइनस सफिक्स ऑफ आई ये डेल्टा होगा जो भी चेंज होगा, क्योंकि गिर गया है ना वो, समझ रहे हो। इफ आई वांट इक्वल पार्टीशन, मैं पहले 0 बोल रहा था इक्वल के लिए, लेकिन मैं अब क्या बोलूंगा कि भाई इतना तो इसको मैंने गिरा दिया है तो इतना ही होगा डेल्टा, और उल्टा वाले में माइनस डेल्टा होगा। क्यों? क्योंकि अगर मैं इस बंदे को गिराता हूं और यहां पे पार्टीशन करता हूं तो सफिक्स बढ़ जाएगा ना, तो इस वजह से ये चीज हो जाएगा और माइनस डेल्टा हो जाएगा, है कि नहीं। सो बेसिकली व्हाट आई कैन से इज, इफ आई नो हर एलिमेंट को, लाइक मेरे को हर प्रीफिक्स आई माइनस सफिक्स आई प्लस 1 की वैल्यू पता है, इफ आई नो एवरी प्रीफिक्स आई माइनस सफिक्स आई प्लस 1 का वैल्यू, इफ आई नो एवरी प्रीफिक्स आई माइनस सफिक्स 1 प्लस 1 का वैल्यू, जैसे ये डेल्टा 1 है, डेल्टा 2 है, डेल्टा, तो मैं अगर एक एलिमेंट को चेंज करता हूं, इफ आई एम चेंजिंग वन एलिमेंट टू समथिंग, हर एलिमेंट को चेंज करने से एक डेल्टा आएगा। तो अगर हर एलिमेंट को चेंज करने से एक डेल्टा आएगा, मैं इस एलिमेंट को चेंज करके एक डेल्टा आया, तो क्या मैं कह सकता हूं कितने बंदे लेफ्ट में हैं जो कि डेल्टा देंगे और कितने बंदे राइट में जो कि वैसे डेल्टा देंगे, क्योंकि प्रीफिक्स माइनस सफिक्स कितने लेफ्ट में आएंगे एंड राइट में कितने बंदे आएंगे, अगर मैं ये कर लिया तो आराम से हो जाएगा। एग्जाम्पल यार, आई एम ऑलमोस्ट डन विद टुडे, I will just share you a wonderful article if you are not understanding. I'll show you a wonderful article. मुझे पता नहीं ये लिंक गया है कि नहीं. There's a wonderful article on discuss. First one है discuss पे most voted. तुम अगर इसको सही से गूगल करोगे, you just google this properly. There's a wonderful discuss पे लिखा हुआ है, थोड़ा जाके पढ़ना. YouTube पे किसी ने अच्छे से नहीं समझा है. Really I could have taken a better example, but I think काफी लेट हो गए. I would have taken other example, but anyways. ये डिस्कशन पे ये वाला देख लेना, इस बंदे का पूरा अच्छे से पढ़ना, धीरे धीरे बैठ के पढ़ना, इसको धीरे धीरे पढ़ना, एंड अगर समझना है ना, इफ यू वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट यू हैव टू डू इज टेक दिस एंड डू एन एंटायर ड्राई रन। यस, टेक दिस एंड डू अ एंटायर ड्राई रन। ट्रस्ट मी, द मोमेंट यू डू एन एंटायर ड्राई रन by taking this example, try to take this example only, try to take this example, okay, try to take this particular example and just do a dry run, and just do a dry run on this, and वो वाला मेरा कॉन्सेप्ट डेल्टा वाला रखो दिमाग में, पूरा समझ में आ जाएगा क्यों बंदे ने किया है, क्योंकि इसने डिफरेंस निकाला, लेफ्ट से निकाल लिया डिफरेंस एंड राइट से भी निकाल लिया एंड उसको जोड़ दिया। अगर ये करोगे तो आराम से हो जाएगा, ठीक है। वैसे मैं काफ़ी थक गया हूँ, I'm absolutely super tired now. Otherwise, I could have taken an example because I think I've been streaming from 2.5 hours, and बोल के मैं थक गया. But yeah, you can read this. It actually tells the same stuff that I've said, exact same stuff है. तो try करके देख लेना. नहीं आता समझ में तो probably I will do it in some other class. ठीक है? It's kind of delta का concept है. देखो लॉजिक brute force क्या होता है? तुम अगर brute force करते तो तुम क्या ही करते? तुम हर एक एलिमेंट को चेंज करते हैं, प्रीफिक्स सम को अपडेट करते, सफिक्स को अपडेट करते, जहाँ प्रीफिक्स इक्वल टू सफिक्स है उनको गिन लेते, यही तो करते। अगर तुम ब्रूट फोर्स को करते तो तुम क्या करते? तब भी और एक ट्राई मार ही लेते। अगर तुम नॉर्मली करते तो तुम क्या करते? तुम ब्रूट नॉर्मली क्या करते? एवरी एलिमेंट चेंज वन बाय वन, देन अपडेट प्रिफ एंड सफ and check pref of I equal to suf of I plus 1. Is this what you would have done? यही करते ना, है कि नहीं? एवरी एलिमेंट चेंज करते हैं, मतलब पहले 0th इंडेक्स को बोलते तू चेंज हो जा, अब देखते कितने आए। 1 को बोलते तू चेंज हो जा, अब देखते कितने आए। 2 को बोलते तू चेंज हो जा, कितने हैं? 3 को बोलते तू चेंज हो जा, कितने हैं? 4 को बोलते तू चेंज हो जा, कितने पार्टीशन है? ऐसे करके निकाल पाते? दैट वाज ब्रूट फोर्स n स्क्वायर होता, दैट वुड हैव बीन n स्क्वायर, है कि नहीं? यही होता। ये n स्क्वायर समझ में आया कि नहीं, पहले ये बता दो। n स्क्वायर समझना बहुत जरूरी है। इज दिस n स्क्वायर क्लियर? कि तुम बोल रहे हो हर एलिमेंट तू चेंज हो जा, इज दिस n स्क्वायर क्लियर? यस लिख दो, सो दैट यहां से इजीली डिराइव हो जाएगा। इज दिस n स्क्वायर क्लियर? नहीं, कुछ को समझ नहीं आया उनको बता देता हूँ। इज दिस n स्क्वायर क्लियर? जब तक खाना नहीं आता बता देता हूँ, खाना आएगा तो बंद कर दूंगा। n स्क्वायर क्लियर है? हर एक एलिमेंट को चेंज करो एंड फिर प्रीफिक्स सफिक्स बनाओ, जहां जहां प्रीफिक्स और सफिक्स बराबर है गिन लो, एंड जो मैक्सिमम वाला चेंज है वो ले लेंगे, ठीक है? बिकॉज एट मैक्स यू आर अलाउड वन चेंज, एट मैक्स यू आर अलाउड वन चेंज, सो यू डू वन चेंज एंड देन यू चेक कितने पार्टीशंस पे, देन यू डू द अदर, लाइक देन यू डू द चेंज ऑन द नेक्स्ट इंडेक्स, चेक। तो अभी अगर एक चेंज करके एन स्क्वायर हो रहा है तो विदाउट चेंजिंग कैसे करोगे? विदाउट चेंजिंग लॉजिकली कैसे करोगे? लॉजिकली विदाउट चेंजिंग कैसे करोगे? मैं बिना चेंज के सोच सकता हूं ना उस बंदे के वजह से कितना इफेक्ट हो रहा है, कितना प्रीफिक्स और सफिक्स में इफेक्ट हो रहा है, और जितना इफेक्ट हो रहा है मैं हैशिंग से गिन लूंगा। मैं वो लॉजिक यूज किया। उस बंदे को चेंज करने से कितना प्रीफिक्स और सफिक्स में इफेक्ट हो रहा है, दैट्स माइनस डेल्टा एंड डेल्टा, वो गिन लिया। दैट वाज द लॉजिक, ठीक है? वापस जाओ, थोड़ा उस आर्टिकल को पढ़ना, डिस्कशन को पढ़ना, यू विल बी एबल टू रिलेट, ठीक है? यू विल बी एबल टू रिलेट, डोंट वरी, पूरा रिलेट कर पाओगे, आराम से हो जाएगा, ठीक है? बेसिकली मैं क्या बोला कि सारे इंडेक्स को मैं नहीं करूंगा, मैं क्या करूंगा, एक इंडेक्स है, मैं इसको चेंज किया तो डेल्टा चेंज हुआ, डेल्टा चेंज हुआ है नंबर्स पे, डेल्टा कमा या बढ़ा है जो भी है। मैं बोला कि कितने लोग डेल्टा से डिफरेंशिएटेड है, गिन ले भाई, तू सीधा जाके गिन ले। वापस क्यों प्रीफिक्स को अपडेट करेगा, वापस क्यों सफिक्स को अपडेट करेगा? सिर्फ डेल्टा ही तो चेंज, मुझे देखना है कितने का डेल्टा है। समझ में आया? अब लाया थोड़ा लॉजिक में। मैं पूरा क्यों अपडेट करूंगा? मैं बोला भाई कितने लोग का माइनस डेल्टा है चेंज बताइए। उतने लोग तो, मैं जब पूरा अपडेट करूंगा उतने लोग तो दे ही देंगे मेरे को। आया लॉजिक समझ में? बनीश, इसलिए मैंने वैसे किया कि मैंने एक एक पहले डेल्टा रख लिया कि कितना डिफरेंस है, और फिर मैं एक को चेंज कर रहा हूं तो डेल्टा निकाल के बोल रहा हूं कितने लोग प्रीफिक्स और सफिक्स का डिफरेंस डेल्टा है, तो वो बंदे तो होंगे ही पार्टीशन के पार्ट। ओके, अब कितने लोग का है? अब नहीं है तो मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकता। अब आई एम डन, अब आई एम डन। कितने लोग आ गए यहाँ से? वी कुड हैव टेकन दिस एग्जांपल, बट ये इतना बड़ा एग्जांपल था कि हम लोग सबमिट नहीं कर पाए, बट कोई नहीं, फिर कभी कर लेंगे। बट या एनीवेज, आई होप यू एंजॉयड द बाई वीकली स्ट्रीम। if you like these streams, like कर देना stream को, and new to this channel, do consider subscribing, and yeah, you can also check out my channel, take it forward, take an example and solve this problem. That's what I'll do. Chalo guys, I'll just take your leave.